Done. Got it. We're back after a 1 week hiatus. CJ Squared is
Coming to
back.
you live.
And
Talking
what are we talking
fantasy
about?
fantasy marathons.
Oh, yeah, talking about those fantasy marathons. It's always a marathon in fantasy, man. And you know, if you're not a fantasy champion, you can't talk about fantasy that much, really. And then you can't really talk to a person who's a champion and be like, I'm coming for you. Like, what? Like, who are you? Anyway, yeah, exactly. Like,
Wait, you talking to
I
me?
remember I remember that one time, Joey. It's funny. I do got the captions on. I might have to turn the captions off. I can see him on the YouTube, but not on the screen when we're talking. Um Belinda was in class, and Anderson walked in and said something to her, and she said she was like, "Who? Who you talking to? Talking to me? He talking? You ain't I know." She was like talking, having a conversation with herself. She was like, "I know he ain't talking to me." I was like, "Lord have mercy, crazy." Anyway, we are here. We're back. I got Joey giggling, talking about Benny Blanco from the Bronx.
Who?
Lomo. Ooh, with the air ball. Violation. All right. So, everybody, we know that right now that the Dallas Mavericks is up 3-1 against the Timberwolves. And right now in the fourth quarter are up 24 points with 11 minutes left. Now, if Dallas
Give
wants
Vince
to
Carter.
lose this game, they're going to lose the series if they lose this game.
Oh, yeah.
But like Joey said, it could be a Vince Carter right now. It's over. Oh, Jones for the bucket. Okay, so here's our first question for tonight. Boston is resting, and they are possibly going against what many are calling the best offensive backcourt in the history of the league with Luka and Kyrie. How is Boston going to handle that? We already know that with the moves that the Mavericks made, they are much bigger than the Celtics. They're bigger. They're going to be bigger, right? And I mean, the Mavericks got to deal with Brown and Tatum, but they got plenty of bodies to throw at Brown and Tatum. PJ Green, Exum. I mean, Derrick Jones. I mean, so but how are Boston going to handle Kyrie and Luka? 21-point game. All right, Joey. We start with you, and I'll keep y'all up to date what's going on in this game right here. See if jeez.
Chris and JB. Buttons.
Buttons.
Almost Brian.
Brian.
Brian at the
Where
door.
you at, Brian?
And
Joey opens the door, he just falls in.
And millions. Number one, I like to say that Luka and Kyrie backcourt is maybe the most talented, extremely talented, but they have no business being on the level of being best backcourt ever.
Oh, Joey, I said best offensive backcourt.
Best offensive.
It's arguable. I think it's arguable if they win.
Very, very talented. Yes. So the question is, how do
the Celtics handle them?
Well, the Celtics will start first with arguably the best lead defensive guard in the game still. Arguably. I think he will be probably if it goes the way that it's going now, he will be following Kyrie for the entire series. Number two, Chris's mans, Jaylen Brown. will be all over Luka. As a matter of fact, it will be a switch between Jaylen Brown.
Keep talking. I gotta go. I got an emergency upstairs. I'm right back.
Oh,
All right,
geez.
JB.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm right back.
Brown. What's the name, Chris? What's
White?
well, Derek White too, who was second team all defense.
Yeah, then you got so you're talking Drew Holiday, you got Derek
It,
White.
that's pretty much the combination of those three between Derek White, Holiday, Jaylen Brown. I think those are the three best on ball defenders that Boston has, and they will definitely be rotating between the two best offensive players that Dallas has. And every now and then, I think we can see Pritchard can come in and actually spell Holiday because he is a larger guy, up in your face type of guy. So it is a very intriguing matchup between all of these very athletic guards that can move around and athletic guards that can get to the basket anytime they want. But I do like Boston matching up with Dallas. I think they can throw anybody out there, and vice versa. I think Dallas has the guys that they can throw onto the guards that Boston offers to make life difficult for them also. So if it goes the way that it is going, I think this is a great matchup between two very good teams as far as matchups go.
Yeah, but would you say I think that to me, there's not a massive edge Boston defensively versus Dallas offensively, right? That's pretty well matched up.
Agreed.
I think the edge you'd probably say is Dallas's defense. Their guards are not showing that they can play both ways as well as Boston on the offensive end, right? So that is where your edge is. It's almost, even though we're asking, how do they stop Luka, right, and Kyrie?
Yeah.
It may also, the question might be more of how does Dallas stop Boston? Because I think Dallas is weaker on the defensive end than Boston is on the offensive end, right? Boston
I would agree.
So I think that's where your real edge is in the offense. Can Dallas, or in this series is going to be, can Dallas, because Kyrie and Luka are still going to get theirs. The difference, I think, is in this series is that, and I was telling Brian this weekend, the playoffs were the playoffs this year seemed almost, usually we've had this one team who's so much more dominant than everybody, right? And then you just they match up with everybody and they're just better. Even Denver last year, just better. They didn't really have a weakness from a matchup standpoint, right? Where this year, I feel like each team, like we said, the Lakers don't match up well with Denver, right? And then Denver, if they probably saw anybody else in the Western Conference, they would have matched up well, except who did they match up bad with? They matched up bad with Minnesota. If they played Dallas, I think they probably beat Dallas or make that a 7-game series because they match up well with it. So this year has been the most I can remember, almost more college basketball like, of just matchups are making the series, where it doesn't seem like it just seems like one team is just better than everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So it may come down to, this is just a matchup thing, and Boston might be a little bit better on the offensive side. Another thing is, to me, Jay McDaniel's great defender, but he doesn't give you much on the offensive side, really. I mean, he has games where he explodes, but he's not. Drew Holiday is a much better offensive player, but an equally good defensive player, right? But also, your best player on the offensive side in Jason Tatum, and Minnesota's best player on the offensive side, and Anthony Edwards, they ask Anthony Edwards to do way more on the defensive side than they do Jason Tatum. Who is Jason Tatum going to be running with? Most likely, who's his matchup? Like when you mentioned who's going to be on Luka, they're probably really not going to have him. So he's not going to be running around.
Tatum is going to guard PJ Washington. So he'll be a help side defender a lot.
Which, yeah, I mean, PJ is playing well, but Anthony Edwards looks gassed this series because he's having to try to be the offensive guy and he's having to try to defend one of the top, hardest guys to defend and keep in front of you in the league. So
he want to be the man.
He does, but that's what he's not there yet. And that's why even as good as Michael Jordan was, he had one of the great defenders all time that could take it. He could say, I'll take the Kyries right now. And then Jordan, you lock him up at the end.
That's how they won their first series, right? They switched Pippen on Magic and they changed the series.
Exactly.
Y'all were babies then.
But I still do remember it. Whereas now with Boston, Jason Tatum he's their best offensive player and he doesn't have to mark either of their top two guys. So he just has to be able to do his thing. So, and I think Derek White, all their guys are equally as good on the offensive or on the defensive side. So I feel like that's the thing is that Jason Tatum this is a massive series for Tatum because the Tatum is now, can he carry the team? These two guys now with Luka and Tatum, this is the legacy maker right here for both of these guys because
be that first opportunity to get a championship, right?
Right.
So somebody is going to get their first ring.
Somebody's going to take that next step in their legacy. So to me, it's a great matchup, but and another key will be how healthy is Porzingis.
Yeah.
Because we saw when Karl Anthony Towns, who plays a similar style somewhat to Porzingis, when Anthony Towns is playing really well, like we did last game, they looked really good.
Yes, they do.
So, but when Anthony Towns has played bad, which has been most of this series, they haven't played that well. So if Porzingis can come in and play the way Anthony Towns played last game, I give the series to Boston.
All I know is that it should be a good series because you got the guys who are going to be guarding Tatum and Brown. They got the perfect guys for Tatum and Brown and the Mavericks. And the Celtics got the perfect guys for Luka and Kyrie, right? So it's interesting. The only thing, like I said, the only thing that I'm concerned about for the Celtics is their depth. And I think, like I said, their size. Luka just banked a three. Mavericks
going right.
He banked this straightaway three. They up by 26 with 6 minutes left. And the Mavericks is just a bigger team than they were in the past. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
The guy who they had starting at center the last time they went to the Western Conference Finals, he don't even play.
Who's that? Cleveland?
Don't even play. He don't even play.
He barely played the other night when Lively went.
Yeah, when Lively got hurt. But
you know who else does not play?
Oh.
Who's typically a big part of what Dallas does? Tim Hardaway Jr. does not play.
He ain't play, because I guess his defense in it. I guarantee he'll probably play some more in this Celtics.
They're going to be running so many guards at these guys. So
Shooter.
Yeah.
Well, and another thing is though, Minnesota has been up in many games here. But the thing is that you got probably the best two closers, two of the top 3 or 4 in basketball.
Yeah.
If Boston gets up, can they close the door in the way Minnesota couldn't?
Boston is one of the worst teams when it comes to clutch minutes.
So that's another thing.
And Dallas is one of the best teams. Boston usually blows people out most of the time. That was their thing, but they weren't as good in close games in tight situations.
And I actually said this to Brian. I said the other day, I was like, if you're watching it, if you are watching the game, like as you have the betting app open, right? And it gets close, you'll probably see Dallas will be big jump to favorite when it gets close. If that game is tight because of just what we were saying, Boston can't close games. They either get a big lead and then just kind of ride it out. But when it gets tight, Dallas is going to be the favorite.
Yeah.
So can they close the door and not let them back in? Because if it's a close game going into the fourth quarter or in the middle of the fourth, the pressure is not on Dallas. It becomes on Boston at that
Right.
point because we know what Dallas's two guys can do at the end of games.
Yeah. So we should be looking at a nice series, man. The Luka the Don, got Brick, Luka, Kyrie, Tatum.
I mean,
Brown.
you got star power though for sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
all over. And remember the last time Kyrie was in that building during the playoffs, they did not treat him well. And
Oh yeah.
He didn't. Well, I'm not gonna make it seem like they were just being fans and they were going against the opposing team. And Kyrie was in flicking people off. So
what does
series.
Dallas fans think of Porzingis?
Oh yeah, he was on. Yeah, I mean, but when he was in, here's the thing: when he was playing for Dallas, Carlisle did not use him like the Celtics use him, because the Celtics will post him up too.
Right.
Like he'll shoot three, stretch the floor, but if you switch for a smaller guy on him, they will post him. Dallas did not post him.
Yeah, I mean he's a huge key. If he's not healthy, they're not
they're not the same team.
No,
right.
For sure. So
but they still ran through the East.
Yeah, I mean, but they said I read. I didn't read the full thing. I just read a little bit of it. They said that the Celtics have had the easiest road ever to a conference or to an NBA Finals.
I mean, they lost 2 games. They lost,
it was they got. I mean, who they have in the first round? They had
Miami.
They had an injured Miami.
Yep.
Second round, they have Cleveland, an injured Cleveland.
Yep.
And then they just got the Pacers, who probably shouldn't have been there to begin with. So that's an easy walk to the finals.
JB Aaron Judge just hit another home run.
Man,
could have had him.
He's off the block.
Yeah, I told him. I told you. I was like, dude, it's over. I was like, you can't have him now. He's hot. He's back in the top. Right now. He's top 15. He was like at number. When I tried to trade him, he was like 400, 500 ranked. Now he's like 15th ranked.
I think he just set a major league. He set a major league record last week as far as extra base hits that he had up to a certain point. He's on fire.
You knew once he got going.
I'm trying to ask you a question, Joey. Why didn't you make the trade? Joey.
No faith in his boys.
But I'm going to tell you right now, Joey. What's the saying I'm going to tell you?
Scared
money don't make scared money don't make money. You was scared money, man. You got to pull that trigger. Can't be scared money out here, man. Scared money don't make it. Anyway, all right, we're going to have a good finals, and we'll be on live for game 1 of the finals, talking about what's going on, and also talking about the little bit of pool that's going to be happening. We'll see if CJ Squared and the crew can we get a little taste.
Freaking Hot Rod! I saw he win both.
He won on both.
He won on both pools,
and the same spot.
Yeah, oh, wow. I was like, what the heck?
Goodness.
Like both of them in like was it in the second quarter or something for both of them or something like that?
Yeah, in the same spot too. Oh, Hot Rod.
What the heck?
Oh, hot.
Hot.
All right. Speaking of NBA, real quick. I hope this will be a quick one. What does Denver, because this is a perfect question for tonight, because earlier we were having a conversation, and that guy we know as Brian was telling Chris that the Joker era is over. It's over. He said it's over. Like the dude just won his 3rd MVP, and he's already saying that Joker's era is over. So the question for you guys is, what does Denver have to do to get back to the finals next year? And the getting back is going to be a little tougher. Wembanyama's going to be a year older. Minnesota has got them a taste. Dallas has found a formula that works for them, and they'll be adding more pieces around that team to kind of get better. So what does Denver have?
And you forgot the number 1 seed, OKC.
And OKC, young, the youngest team in the league, who was the number 1 seed, who Dallas kind of handled. And I think Dallas handled them because of their one reason, the size factor.
Yeah.
Because I believe every team that won that series and a game in that series out rebounded the other. And Dallas, by bringing in Gafford and PJ, really kind of changed the whole dynamic of their team. And my man Chris gave me my props, gave me my flowers when he said that I was on it when it happened. Like, Dallas looking kind of.
I can remember us going through the trade deadline, and you that was the one you liked what Dallas was doing. I mean, getting bigs. I mean, PJ Washington was a guy who came out and was hyped up as a draft pick, and I mean, it's sometimes that's a change of scenery, an opportunity there for both guys. So
yeah, I mean, both came from purgatory basically. Washington, Charlotte, like you pretty much like escaping Alcatraz, even them teams right now. But anyway, so Chris, what has to happen for Denver to get back to the finals? What has to happen?
I mean, you look at their roster. I guess it's. I don't know how much moves they can really make though, because, I mean, I don't know. Like, they have Caldwell Pope is up for the contract. Really, I mean, is he worth something? I mean, he has I'm looking at it right now. He has a $15.4 million player option. But to me, if they bring everybody back, I still think they're one of the better teams in the West. But looking at that team, you already look at what the Joker did in that series. He was ridiculous in that series, and they still lost. But the thing is they were up by 20 points. I mean, that they needed a crazy.
Game 7, I don't know what. They had a meltdown.
I mean,
you know what it was? You know what it is? You need shooters, right?
Yeah.
I mean, really,
so
the shooter is Michael Porter.
And he's
Timberwolves that gave up, man. Timberwolves have quit. They're done.
He's a streaky guy. So do you let KCP walk because he's another kind of streaky guy, and maybe try to go out and get another guy? But I don't know who you're finding that's necessarily a better fit.
Or better, yeah, because KCP is like, he can knock down threes, and he's probably your best on-ball defender, him and Aaron Gordon. But he's a guy who's going to guard, who's going to make it tough on your Anthony Edwards and your Devin Bookers and your Lucas and Kyries. He's a guy who's going to do that.
I mean, I think you almost have to just stay course right now with what they've got and just hope. I mean, really is just those. Jamal Murray had a pretty good game 7. Jokic played. He was ridiculous, of course, again. So you basically just Aaron Gordon, Michael Porter, Caldwell Pope just didn't play good. I mean, at the end of the day, they did. I mean,
at game 7,
they just didn't play that well.
They were awful.
Gordon had one good game the whole series, basically.
They were awful.
And I mean, me personally, I don't know what Joey thinks. I think they need to get a little more depth on their bench.
Yeah, I would agree. Losing Brown and Green hurts.
They need a guy who can come in and because Bruce Brown, he came in, he played backup point, he played a 3, he was a pick and roll, he was a man of a whole bunch of stuff, and or they need somebody, they need a backup center, or a center who can come in and get some minutes and actually be a factor.
Right.
Like no DeAndre Jordan, no playing small ball. You know what I'm saying? And they need some shooters, and
Yeah. I mean, I feel like you've got pieces there, but I feel like if you need the Joker to just come in and dominate the way he did, and either to just stay in games, that's asking a lot of him every game.
You need another shooter, right? You need another shooter to give him and Murray more space. Somebody that can. I mean, Porter is a good shooter, but you need a You need just somebody that you just stick in the corner and just gonna knock shots down,
Yeah.
right? On a regular basis. Caldwell Pope got to get hot, you know. I mean, and they were still one game away from going to the Western Finals because Joker is so good, and Murray
Yeah.
played like a crazy man against the Lakers, and probably should have been suspended against the against the Timberwolves for throwing that pack on the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I
And
think
that was a physical series, you know.
Yes,
And
it
the
was.
NBA, here's what the NBA should do: they should look at the film from the playoffs, and that's how they should ref the games from the beginning of the season next year. They should not let the season go on calling all these tic tac fouls, all this bull crap, and then get to the playoffs and then letting people mug each other. Right? Because
yeah.
I seen some muggings, and they're like, "Oh, it's instant." What is incidental contact when it comes to playing basketball? You get hit to get hit. Oh, that was incidental or inconsequential. Inconsequential. Like what? What is these new words they using when they making these plays and calls? That's just me, right? I love the one thing about me. I love consistency in the refs. If you're gonna ref bad, do it. Just do it all the time. If you're gonna ref,
Consistently bad.
if you're gonna ref good, if you're gonna be consistent and follow the rules to a T, do it all the time. Don't flip flop from game to game. Don't flip flop from player to player or situation to situation. Let's look at the Connecticut Iowa game. Was that end of the game? Was that really an offensive foul? Do you call it in the game? Are they calling that in the NBA right now? That play, Joey?
They're probably not going to call that.
Exactly, and that's what I mean, right? Just be consistent. You know, call it if you're gonna call it a certain way all the time. Because I've watched the Timberwolves play. I love the way they play defense, but they mighty handsy.
Yeah, they are.
And but anyway, I love that when they play D. I hate when guys go out there and just I want a guy to work for his offense, not just get like the old Harden go in and just flop and throw your arms up and take 5 steps backwards. But anyway,
let me throw out some here. I'm looking at
the
unrestricted free agents. Tell me if you like them on Denver at all. You got Buddy Hields that will be out there.
Yes.
I don't know.
Horton Tucker is out there.
No.
Oh.
Tyus Jones.
Maybe. I like Tyus Jones. He can be a point guard and let Jamal Murray play off the ball. He is one of the best in assist to turnover ratio. He can knock down threes, be a good backup point guard. I love that. I love him going to the Nuggets.
Kyle Lowry?
No.
He's washed.
Doug McDermott?
No, he's washed.
Malik Monk?
Defense.
Oh, Malik Monk. I love him.
Monk, they're not gonna be able to
afford Monk, but yeah, Malik Monk anywhere is off the bench is an upgrade. That dude, like the Lakers didn't respect him against the Kings. Malik Monk, if Malik Monk does not get hurt,
absolutely,
he is the 6th man of the year. If he doesn't get hurt.
Kelly Oubre?
I think Oubre fits in perfectly there.
Yeah, 3 and D.
Let me see. Trying to go to the unrestricted.
They're trying to stay young. They want to play. They want to play Peyton Watson, who
they are very young.
They want to play Christian Brown. He can't shoot.
Very young.
Right?
How about old Clay?
Oh, of course.
I think Clay fits in well
Klay
anywhere.
Thompson going anywhere is going to make your team better because what can Klay Thompson do? Shoot that rock.
Gary Trent Jr.
Yes.
Yeah, I like Gary Trent Jr. I mean, he's in Toronto, stuck in purgatory. So yeah, of course, he's a good scorer, good shooter.
James Wiseman.
No.
Washed.
That's just he's already washed 4 years in. That's just some guys. Those are the guys I looked up.
I would love to see a documentary on why James Wiseman. I mean, he got drafted without even really playing in college. Like you saw him in high school, but I don't know, man. Like he got talent. Why nobody give him a chance? I don't know. It's like the guy who went to Washington, like who played in Detroit, the guy from Sacramento.
Bagley.
Huh?
Bagley.
Yeah,
I mean, Bagley and Wiseman are similar in that when they play, like their per minute is pretty good, but they get like 25, 24 minutes a game. It's like, why are the guys not playing more?
Yeah, I don't get it.
I mean, I guess, I don't know. I mean,
Bagley was getting like 20 minutes, getting double doubles in 20 minutes every game.
I don't get it. I mean, Bagley's always, I remember his dad was going off.
I mean, I don't blame him.
Because he was saying he's not getting any opportunity and stuff. I don't know why they don't get it.
NBA, man. It's just NBA sometimes is just weird, man.
Especially at Washington. That guy should be getting all the run he can handle.
I know. Denver, as long as they got the Joker, they got a chance. I mean, then you got the East with Embiid hurt. Embiid should be back in full force next year. Embiid should not play in the Olympics. He better rest to get ready for the season. Really quick before we move on to college football. Oh, college football 2025.
Joe, we didn't get Joey's take. Joey, what do you think?
Don't need Joey's take. Joey don't care. Go ahead, Joey. I'm just messing.
Very simple, very, very quick. I think Denver stays where they are.
Oh, that's not good.
Denver's got a lot of young guys who they're going to be counting on to step up. Now, the interesting thing about Bruce Brown is that when this same Bruce Brown was playing with Brooklyn, he was an all right player. And then he goes to Denver and becomes this wonderful six-man that just somehow turned into that wonderful spark that Denver absolutely needed. So that's what they're counting. Their oldest guys are DeAndre Jordan and Reggie Jackson, 35 and 34. Everybody else is under 30.
Mm-hmm.
So they're a very young team. They got the best player in basketball. They have one of the best clutch guys.
Is he the best player, or has Luka surpassed him? What do you think?
I still think he's the best player.
But your boy Brian said he's washed up. The era is done.
This era is done. No, we'll see. I mean, well, I looked up his win share, JB. So real quick, win share, and that's basically how much you're responsible for, and value above replacement, like a WAR type of thing for basketball, right? His numbers, like value above replacement, Kobe had 1 year at 8, right? So he's basically 8 wins responsible for that team above their average player.
Mm-hmm.
Hakeem never had a year over 8. Karl Malone never had a year over 8. Joker's already had 4 years over 8. This year he had a 10 point something. The highest ever is Michael Jordan at 12.5. Mm-hmm. So he's getting better every year, and he's up in the stats type of numbers. He's up there with his numbers are up there with the Jordan LeBron type of numbers right now. So he's only getting better. He just needs some help. He just needs Porter Jr. And I mean, really, it's like you're up by 20 going into games on your home court in game 7. I mean, I remember driving home. I left your guys' house.
Yeah.
That game, they were up by 20 something. And I'm like, that game is done. And I remember coming home, and it was like a couple minutes left. I look, I'll turn it on, and it's freaking Minnesota's up. I was like, what? How is this possible?
Gordon, Porter Jr., Kentavious Caldwell-Pope were 7 of 24 from the field in that game. That's not going to get it done.
I mean, basically, if you just say those 3 guys play pretty well, this could be a completely different.
Yeah, definitely.
Because then you think about, like they lost to the Lakers in the conference finals. That's remember when Jamal Murray played lights out in the COVID. And then this year they should have. So they could have been in, So and who knows how they would have matched up pretty well with Dallas. I feel like.
Yeah.
I agree.
So. Definitely. All right, here we go. But what they say, woulda, coulda.
Yeah.
Good. And Dallas now is moving on to the finals against Boston. Everybody had Boston there, but nobody had Dallas. Remember, hey, let's look back last year with Luka and Kyrie. Dallas didn't even make the playoffs.
I was hating because I couldn't see a way that basically what's happening right now could happen because they're both so ball dominant.
Yeah.
You wonder how does this,
you know
but
what happened? They drafted Derek Lively, and then they said, you know what? They looked at the landscape of the West and say, we need to get bigger and more athletic. And what did they do? They got really two young, big, athletic players.
right.
And who are on bum teams. So you think, oh, these guys are nothing. No, these guys are contributors to this team and have pushed them over the top. Just with I think the Mavericks, I read are leading the playoffs in like alley oops.
Oh yeah, that's what they definitely just toss it up there.
You know what I'm saying? That is the new Lob City.
I mean, Kyrie is a better. He's just a better two. Scottie Pippen's a better two. Like there's guys who are just better twos, and they're phenomenal number twos. There's nothing wrong with it, but it's Kyrie had to go out of Boston and try to become a number one. He's just a better two, and as soon as he embraced that role, you saw the difference. Yeah. And it's really Kyrie embrace that role.
Kyrie is an all NBA talent. I mean, that dude is an all NBA talent. You watch him play and you watch the games. And I tell you, the one thing about Kyrie, too, that I really like is that the dude on defense, he plays tough. He don't take breaks on defense. He gets up in people. He's up in people. He's playing D. You got to respect that, man. The dude, I mean, I'm not a Kyrie hater, but I wasn't on a Kyrie bandwagon either. But I love me some Luka. The Don.
Well, and that's the difference is like Luka and Kyrie are probably never going to be great defenders, but they're at least trying to play defense and playing hard in this.
Oh, they are. I've seen it.
That's the difference. You're never going to get them. They're never going to be all NBA defensive players. That's not them. Yeah. But if they come out and play hard and try to defend, that's all you ask of them. And say, we got guys who can defend. Derek Lively is going to be ridiculous. I think he's going to be a shot block, that's a great pickup for them. Like you said, PJ Washington, oh, look at all that red on there.
A lot of red.
It's just that's the third team. But our consensus, CJ squared, we got the first team right. We only missed one on the second and third team, but those guys were flip-flopped. Like if KD would have been on the second and Sabonis would have been on the third, we've been perfect in consensus. So we did pretty good. Considering what
our consensus had and I'm not surprised because I think we probably I think that there's some bias towards like Sabonis. If you probably asked me is Sabonis really going to be on second team, I'd have probably said no. He's probably not going. He's going to make third team. So I mean, this is with the idea still of who I think should have made. I still think that Sabonis probably had a better year overall over
he didn't lose against AD.
I mean, I think he had if you look at his from a numbers standpoint, and it's talking about Jokic, like how much more can Sabonis do? You know what I mean? Like there's some level of
a jump shot. That's what he probably is. If you get a
that's
jump
probably
shot,
where he's really missing.
It's a consistent jump shot.
Yeah, I mean
teams will lag off him and back off of him.
You're right.
If he gets a consistent jump shot, then he up there. He's an all NBA player, which he is this year.
Yes,
I mean he's just up there because I mean that's what makes Jokic that good is that if you leave him open, he'll hit that three
all day long.
So whereas Sabonis is not going to be that guy. Even Embiid or Anthony Davis can hit that three. So I think that, and then Towns could hit that. Where Sabonis, you're really not threatened by that. So that's probably his next level to be able to hit that because he's a great passer. Didn't he have like he averaged like 11, a bunch of assists a game?
I think he had the most. I know he had the most doubles, but I think he was like either second or third in triple doubles too.
Yeah. So, but I figure, I mean, so I think that Sabonis probably should have been because I don't think KD had a good year. I think he dropped off a little bit though.
No, KD is going to give respect because he KD. I seen them play in person. Yeah, they were going through the motions out there. They just thought they were going to show up and be the big three and just beat people and got remember KD and them and Booker got swept. Yeah. They got swept, right? They really can't make any changes next year for that team
unless they trade one of them.
Yeah. All right. So this is where we at right now. Ooh. So here's our first round, second round. We all got the Celtics. We all got the Knicks wrong. We all got the Nuggets wrong. We got the Celtics.
Wait, how many go back to the one before that, the first round?
This one.
Did we pick? Man, we didn't even have we've been hating on the Mavs since round one.
Not
only you've been the only one hyping the
hey, since round one I've been riding with them.
I will not pick the Mavs in any series this season. I'll tell you that right now.
I mean, now it's the Mavs versus the Celtics, 60-win team Celtics. So a 1 seed versus a 5 seed.
Wait, to go to the second round quick. I don't know. Did I pick the Mavs in that one? No.
That was Joey. Joey picked the Mavs in that one.
Oh, so me and Buttons may not pick the Mavs at all.
Yeah, probably won't.
Probably will not. We're off the Mavs totally.
Let me do the math. So first round I got 6 right. Second round I got 2 right.
You got 2 right.
Basically, I got 10 right so far.
You've been on fire. I got 10.
Yes, you have, JB.
You should have been betting the series.
Nah, I've been chilling. I'm like Joey. I'm saving my money.
Put $1 on a futures bet.
I might. I've been saving my money. I've been saving it.
Save it.
Yeah, there we go. NBA Finals coming up. We need to just make sure we get our picks in.
Well, you already know where
next
I'm
Thursday. Yeah,
I'll tell you where I'm going.
Make sure you put in your Finals MVP too. Finals MVP as well.
Lock Tatum up.
Yeah, lock him up. Lock it in. Lock Tatum in. Oh man, you think Tatum going to be the MVP? Watch it be if Boston if the Mavs win, it's going to be Luka. If the Celtics win, it may not be Tatum.
Yeah, because if Jaylen Brown
or Derek White or Drew Holiday,
I mean, it could either be.
Yeah, it could be
because Drew Holiday could be great on the defensive. Those guys could play both ways and then say, "Oh, well, he shut down Kyrie or whatever."
And remember Golden State first championship? Who was MVP? Andre Iguodala.
AI, the other AI.
AI. I was saying, what AI? Ain't no AI. There's only one AI.
The other AI.
The other AI.
The other AI. The guy who actually has a championship ring. Really.
He did a great job holding Bron under 40 a couple games.
Under 40.
Yeah. Don't worry, I'll shut him down.
He did, Joey. Kept him at bay.
Yeah.
He kept him at bay.
At bay.
Hey, you got 38. But you ain't getting 40.
At bay.
Do not get 40 on me. Keep hitting that bay.
38 on me all day. I'm not giving you 40. All right, keep him at bay. All right. So, big news, all you college football fans, the video game that has not been out since, I think 2014 or 11?
2014 was the
2014 is back and it's supposed to be better. Coming out June, I think July 19th.
19th.
I don't own an Xbox or a PlayStation, but guess what I'm going to do? This summer, I'm buying me an Xbox, new Xbox, and I'm getting college
There you
football
go, JB.
2019 because I can already see it now. The CJ squared
Oh my.
football
I
Oh
don't
my.
because I have PlayStation 4. So I already told Coop, I'm like, oh, I might be getting me a PlayStation 5 just to get. So I've been reading up on all the dynasties, like
I
which
haven't been
one
on the sticks in so long, but my
Oh,
hands,
get those
the
six pack,
muscle
JB.
memory never
it's
goes
there.
away.
Get
It's
those six
there.
pack.
Yep.
Yeah.
I probably get that, and of course, I might have to get whatever the newest Call of Duty is. I might have to cop that as well. Especially as a new Black Ops. I used to play that Call of Duty on a regular basis. Love some
Oh
Call of
yeah.
Duty.
sweet.
All right, and then man, it's big season, right? We got, of course, we're gonna have the CJ Square, which is one of the best. This is one of the best parts of our show. The CJ Square college football picks against the spread every week. Picking
Oh,
against the spread.
it's the best.
Going up there. So this will be our fourth year doing this, believe it or not. Do you believe that? This year will be our fourth year doing
It
that
is
contest.
the best.
Right? Because we got you won year one. Because you called it. You said, JB, I will be over 50% on college football picks because you had such a terrible NCAA that year. And then I came
Absolutely.
and won the year after. I kept CB at bay.
At bay.
And then CB flipped the script on me the year after,
He kept
last
you,
year. Kept me at bay.
At bay.
So we're gonna see how is are we gonna get a new champion? Is Buttons or Chris or the hot one gonna step up? We'll see.
probably not.
Probably not.
I actually remember I came along pretty good at the
Yeah, you
end.
did.
You did. You got hot towards the last couple of weeks. You
but
were challenging.
too late at the end for me. But I did now I can't remember what I was doing, so now I'm gonna start off slow again.
you were just, hey, I got, once we get that close, I got the stats to show how we picked it, what we did. I got like I broke it down.
Remember we were talking about how if you're the lone wolf, like you're horrible, like it's like
yes,
that's not in your favor when you're a lone wolf.
I broke it down for the last season. Let me break this down and see how this turned out.
We'll have to pop that back up.
Yeah.
Shoot, there might be some plays guys can make just on if everyone's alone, everyone's betting one way, but a lone wolf. Remember, I think you win like 70% of the time if you're 80% of the time. Because guys, it's not good if everyone's betting one way and one guy's off on his own, just bet against that.
Yeah.
Just bet against the lone wolf.
Yeah.
The lone wolf is not good.
At least last year
I can pull it up, see how the lone wolf did. Let me see if I got that. I know I got that.
Let's see if,
but while I'm pulling that up, let's talk about what games are you looking forward to the most next year based on, I mean, what do we have? We got all these new things going on.
I mean, there's gonna be so many good games. It's kind of ridiculous when you
oh my goodness, yes.
Schedule because of now
huge year.
The schedule's setting up. So Joe, you want to start or you want me to take it?
I'll gladly start, Chris. JB.
Don't kill your voice now.
I know. Buttons. As of right now, in my opinion, I think that the most intriguing matchup that I'm looking forward to is going to take place in week 2.
Ooh.
Where the Crimson Tide of Alabama will be traveling to the Badger State, taking on Wisconsin in hostile territory.
Ooh.
The greatest college football coach of all time has moved on, and we don't know what the program is going to be now. Now, granted, they do have a national championship level coach,
That's week 3, young buck. But
That's
that's a
week
good
3.
matchup.
Sorry,
Hey,
3.
you know I
3.
got I got them all written
There's the
down
list.
already.
There's the list. We don't know what Alabama is. We knew every single season when Saban was there, you knew you were going to get a full dose of Alabama. They're going to be ready to play every Saturday.
Dose.
Every Saturday. So what version of Alabama is this? This is a huge test. Of course, Wisconsin has Fickle. Is he was once upon a time the Cincinnati coach, and he got Cincinnati to the Final Four.
Oh yeah, that's right.
National semifinal. So this is
and they got
his second year rebuilding the Wisconsin program, a once proud Big Ten program. So I think this is going to be a very interesting and intriguing matchup between two powerhouses. We'll see if they're headed the way of being a powerhouse for the 2024-2025 season.
I'll go. I got a game that two teams that are really getting some hype, I think, and they normally would never play each other in Ohio State at Oregon on October 12th.
Yeah.
Where's the list, JB? Where's the list?
Look, hold on a second.
Is that on there?
Dude, who are you talking to, young buck?
Where's that list?
So to me, you got two.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. There it is.
You got two of the probably the bigger. You got two of the bigger coaches now, probably in the next to kind of win a championship, right? Those two are right up there. You probably got. Has Sarkisian, has he won one yet?
A national championship?
He hasn't won one.
I think he was an OC.
He was a coordinator. He hasn't won it as a head coach.
Coordinator, no.
Was he the OC at Bama when he won?
Yeah, he hasn't won as a head coach yet, so he's probably right there. So, but I mean, these two are. I mean, if you're looking at the early kind of top 25, everyone's got Oregon and Ohio State in their top 5 or 6 teams.
Right.
So, I mean, this is a Ohio State. Most people are right there as number 2, kind of with their. They still got a lot of guys coming back. I mean, quarterback's going to be there. They're
going to Oregon.
But they go to Oregon, which is always a tough place to play. And Oregon, I mean, they've had big games, but they haven't had this level. They won't have this level of game maybe at their home place, maybe ever. This, especially pretty early in the season.
Right.
It's already got some implications of, some Big Ten and national championship like college playoff like level. So
right.
That's just going to be a massive game. And we'll see like what these games, because now at like Ohio State, they pretty much have been able to just circle one game on their calendar because of the way they handle Penn State. It's not going to be that way with Ohio State or Michigan anymore. They're not going to be able to circle one game.
They got to play some other teams now.
Yeah, so you can't just we know we're going to walk through, because Penn State's been. I don't even know what the record is between those two. They have not been able to win against
Penn State beating everybody except for Michigan and Ohio State.
Yeah, so it could come down to these other games now with USC and UCLA. I mean, it's not going to be that cakewalk that they've always had. So
right.
That and now I think both of these teams will get into. I think both of these teams will get into the playoffs. I would say, but I would still say that these games still will matter. Everyone's always said, well, the college football, the way it is that it was only 4 teams. It makes the regular season important. This game is going to be massive. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? It's not going to take away, because you're still playing for a seed at the end of the year, and those seeds will make a difference. I still think that regular season will have a massive impact. And this game is still going to be massive, even though Absolutely. It is. Both of them probably will make it, but you don't want to you want that bye. You don't want to have to play a gauntlet in the thing if you can help it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You don't want that. It's like us in fantasy. You want that bye.
You want that bye.
That buy is huge.
Only one we don't have a buy-in is baseball. Baseball is like a team that can be like 100 games under 500. They in the playoffs.
Absolutely.
And
Barely. They can change. No, that's Frankie. That's Frankie League, right? That's
yeah.
roll Frankie. All right. So I had a whole bunch.
JB, give us your list. That's what
Where's
I
the
was looking
list?
through the list. I
All
was
right,
like,
so I'm gonna go through.
there's like 20 games.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go through the other ones that maybe that y'all didn't mention. I'm gonna go by a week, just so y'all do it real quick for y'all. So week 1 is a long week. You really don't have much to get excited about. You do have a couple of old rivals playing. Week 1, you do have Miami versus Florida. That's a big rivalry.
Yeah.
You got Georgia at Clemson. Clemson is trying to get back into Clemson is trying to get back into the national spotlight. And you got Notre Dame going to Texas A&M, which is it's a huge game.
Yeah, that's still big games.
It's a huge game. Notre Dame going to Texas A&M, and let's not forget you got LSU going to USC, week 1.
Wow,
man, that's surprising.
Big game, right? All right, week 2. Week 2 has one of the biggest games of the season on it. Texas is coming to the big house to play Michigan.
Wow.
Week 2.
Oh my gosh.
Week 2.
That's a big house, man.
Yeah, I mean, besides that, week 2.
Different Michigan. Different Michigan, maybe. Ryan Day's father is now coaching in the NFL, so we'll see.
Okay.
His dad's Mr.
Daddy
Khakis,
left.
Mr. Khakis is left and
Daddy left.
You do have a upset alert. Boise State at Oregon. Upset alert. All right.
Already upset alerting it.
Yep. All right, week 3, Joey's Bama at Wisconsin. Couple of old Pac-12 matchups. Usually these teams would play in week 12 or 13, but they're playing this year in week 3. Oregon at Oregon State. Oregon State would love to ruin Oregon's season.
Oh, absolutely.
The Apple Cup is in week 3 this year.
Wow.
You got Colorado at CSU. This is already rival. Look at these rivalries. You got Oregon State, Washington State, Colorado at Colorado State, Utah at Utah State. So
cool, they're keeping those.
All right, here we go. The next week, big matchup. UCLA goes to LSU. What? Big matchup. Tennessee goes to Oklahoma.
Yeah, that's a crazy matchup.
This next one, Chris, Joey. USC is going to the big house.
Oh, that doesn't seem right.
USC is going. Well, at least USC is going early September.
Yeah.
They're going still when it could be a little warm. They're not going in.
They don't want any part of that.
Doesn't even seem right.
Part of that. All right. Biggest game in the SEC is the following week, probably. Georgia is going to Bama.
Man.
Wisconsin, which you said, Joey already said Wisconsin had a big game against Bama. Wisconsin's going out to USC that week.
Oh, that's crazy.
Rose Bowl.
Louisville is going to Notre Dame, which is a big game. Louisville is supposed to be a good team in the ACC. Stanford. Listen to this one, fellas. Stanford is traveling all the way across the country and going to Death Valley.
Oh. All the way. Stanford trying to get
out of place. Out of place.
This game right here could be the biggest game of the season, the Big 12. Zona at Utah. Probably the 2 best teams in Big 12 in football.
Yeah.
The fact that neither of them were even in it last year. Neither of them were even in the Big 12 last year.
Yep. All right. Next thing we got going on. Oh, that Big 12 basketball league gonna be. Woo, it's gonna be lit.
Oh,
Big
yes.
All right. Michigan gets to go to Washington. UCLA is coming to Penn State. And then probably the biggest matchup in the ACC, You got Clemson at Florida State.
At Florida State. Okay.
And then you got, don't see what Missouri. Missouri's going to be a top 10 team going in Texas A&M that week.
They got that wideout that's supposed to be.
Then that week we have Ohio State is going to Oregon, and Penn State is going to USC. Big matchups. And will Colorado get 4 wins this year? How can a guy who is the quarterback of a 4-win team expect to be the number 1 draft pick? You tell me. At least my Holmes team had a winning record.
Me and Cooper watching his game film, Shador. I do not like that dude as far as I don't see it at all.
Then you got KSU KSU is going to Colorado. Colorado's going to be in the Big 12 too. And they ain't got a gauntlet. They don't got easy games. The next week, which could be another big game in the SEC. Did y'all forget that Texas is in the SEC now?
That's crazy.
Georgia going to Texas.
Sure are.
And if you want to see a West Coast team on the East Coast, USC will be at Maryland. Think about that. All right, another big game. Another 2 teams I have not mentioned that are going to be maybe top 10 teams in the SEC. Oklahoma at Ole Miss.
I was going to say, I haven't heard Ole Miss yet.
Ole Miss, don't sleep on them. You got Nebraska at Ohio State. Georgia, we're still waiting for that. We're still waiting on that that initial hot take to come through for you, Joey.
That Nebraska.
We still got hot takes.
Matt Rule there now?
Matt Rule's there.
Matt Rule he changed Baylor around.
It's different. It's different.
That hot take still stands. It don't matter who takes it.
Yes, it does, Chris.
It's
different now.
That has no expiration date.
It's different there now.
This week coming up after this is a big week because you have Oregon at Michigan.
Man, Michigan's got what? Oregon, Texas, and who else did we say was going to Michigan? You got US. And yeah, Oregon, Texas, and USC all going to Michigan.
Yeah. And Ohio State's at Penn State. Can Penn State get over the hump?
I know what Joey thinks.
USC at Washington, big matchup.
That is a definite no. We
all
know that.
The next week, week 11, big matchups. You got Bama, LSU, Georgia, Ole Miss, Oklahoma, Missouri, Washington at Penn State, Florida State at Notre Dame.
Man, that's a huge week. Georgia, Ole Miss that game might be massive.
So that's how far as I got.
I mean, that's an absurd amount of games.
Big games. And I didn't even mention any of the big games from the small schools because some of them are going to be chomping at the bit, and somebody from one of those non-Power 5 schools going to make a play to get in there to do some damage.
Yeah.
I wonder who's that team. Is it going to be like a Boise State? Is it going to be who knows? James Madison again? Who knows?
Liberty
coming up. All right. NFL.
This year's gonna be crazy.
If you want to talk about the whole Dak situation, what did Dak say? Dak said he don't play for money. Stop it.
That's the politically correct answer.
Yeah, that is. I mean, I don't know. I'm confused. Isn't that why you play the game? You play to win.
He's saying the right things.
Well, I guess.
Okay.
I guess the thing is with Dak is he's saying that, but then in the end, you're gonna have to now put yourself in a position where because we've seen Tom Brady, right, take pay cuts in order to, because Tom Brady could have been the highest paid player. I mean, he deserved to be the highest paid player in the league because of what he was doing as far as the best player on the best team winning multiple Super Bowls, right?
Hungry, Chris. He won't hungry.
Well, yeah, but so that's the thing is he was saying, you know what, I'll take a pay cut this is the market value for me. I'll take a pay cut in order to go win. Is Dak going to do that in order? So we'll see. If he's not playing for money, he's going to get a chance because
we'll give them a hometown discount.
Yeah, because his thing is that I wouldn't even have said that. I wouldn't even have said anything about I play for money or nothing, because now if he goes out and signs a massive deal and they can't sign Parsons to a big deal, or they can't sign Lamb,
sign Parsons CD.
Then what happens? Everyone's going to grill him and say, well, you said you didn't play for money, yet now you put your team in a position where you're not going to be able to sign. Because remember, Joe Flacco did that. Joe Flacco, after the Super Bowl, he went and signed this massive deal. And then Baltimore was struggling to go out and get guys because of Joe Flacco. And can you hate on a guy who gets his money?
Chris, you know how he said, get your money, baby. Get your
Exactly.
money.
I don't know if you can hate on Dak for doing that, but at the same time, that's why I wouldn't even say, I'm not saying that even if I.
As much as team people may hate Dak, there are plenty of teams in this league that would take him and pay him right now.
Definitely.
Easy.
Oh, yeah, because the quarterback position, because if you don't have a good quarterback, Dak is a guy who's played at an MVP level. He's taken teams. Now, is he Mahomes? Is he maybe a top 3 or 4? Maybe not. But your drop off, if you just say, I'm going to let him walk, the drop off to who you can get out there.
That's a cliff. Yes, it's over.
So because the market, there's only
dive.
probably 25 really good guys in the league, from pretty good to great, right? Like there's only 25 of those, and no team is just letting those guys walk.
No.
So it's like you're going to now be Washington. Remember, they let Kirk Cousins walk.
Yeah.
Because they didn't want to pay him the market value.
Remember, they ruined RG3 before that.
Exactly. And then look at Washington has been in the quarterback limbo ever since then.
Ever since.
So to me, you're just, if you don't lock a guy up for years to come earlier on,
lock him.
And so if I'm Dak, I'm probably not saying I don't play for money.
Dak is not worried about it. He's going to get paid somewhere,
but
or somehow.
He knows he's going to get paid.
He's going to get paid, and he deserves to get paid. It's like in the NBA or any sport, everybody is not going to have a Mahomes.
Yeah, exactly.
It's okay. Dallas.
Nobody does.
Dallas. Dak didn't win against Green Bay in the playoffs this year. But let's not forget, the Dallas defense gave up how many points? Did y'all watch that
game? Yeah.
Was Dak playing defense? Was Dak out there letting those guys run wide open? Was Dak letting Aaron Jones look like he was he was Walter Payton out that mug? Emmitt Smith
had a rocket in his butt.
So you got to put Dak and them had enough to get where they needed to go, but you got to make sure that you got enough around him, especially on the defensive end at home. At home,
right?
It's son at home.
But you, as a Dallas fan, if you go out,
even a fan,
JB, you as a Dallas fan, just say he signs a record-setting deal, right?
Well, he will not.
If the market comes around and says,
they already done paid Jared Goff. He's like the highest paid. Like I saw, he's like the highest paid, or second highest paid. The market has been set. Jared Goff has been to a Super Bowl.
Yeah, so if he signs a Jared Goff deal, are you hating, or are you saying I don't mind that?
Man, look, I don't mind it, because if the Lions feel that Jared Goff is their guy and they can get to a Super Bowl and win with him, why not pay him when we just talked about how bad the quarterback market is? Like you got a quarterback that can be confident and put you in positions to win. And granted, Jared Goff, home and away splits are like night and day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Dak's night and day are grass and turf. Like inside on turf, his stats are totally different, which I don't get.
Yeah. So you're of the thought process of, first off, Dak, get your money when you get a chance, but also you have to pay your quarterback because it is what it is in this in the
What
in the
it
game.
is.
So
I mean, Parsons and CD are going to get paid. They're going to have to restructure some other. That's why all those guys walked to Washington. They know they ain't getting no money in Dallas.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, you got to sign your guys. I don't. I think the option is be the Commanders, or be the Commanders, or be like one of these other teams that just signs it, or you hope that you're Green Bay and you've just drafted your replacement for 10 years. You know what I mean?
And Green Bay is like they're so young. All the offensive players are young. The only thing that's old is their running back. Like Josh Jacobs could be washed up, but their receivers and tight ends and QB,
but everyone says, "Oh, well, we'll try to do." That's what Atlanta. We'll try to do what Green Bay's doing. We'll just lock our guy up for the next. So I mean, because what Green Bay's the only Green Bay's had 3 quarterbacks in the past 30 years. Everyone else is
since Brent Favre, like
but that's so rare.
Yeah, you're right.
So everyone else, it's like, yeah, that's what you want, but that's really not. They've just lucked into being able to do that.
Oh Lord, who's that? Cooper?
That was Cooper. Yeah.
As long as they want Brian, I don't care.
Joey, what do you say if you're Dallas?
Quick question: has Jared Goff won a most valuable player?
No.
Has he finished second?
No.
So
top 3, Joey.
Top 3, and Dak just finished second, correct?
Yes.
So Dak is worthy of the same contract.
I'm about to close your video off, Joey. Get out of there, Brian. We don't want you here. Get out of
there. Do not.
Kobe Bryant is the greatest basketball player ever to play.
Your second?
Most skilled ever.
Brian, we can't see you. Get the live feed. You're not there, bro.
He's out.
There you go, Joey. Start your video up.
I tell you, Chris, Joey was not joking. He's not letting him on air. He's not joking.
No respect ever since that Vox.
According to the market, Dak is worth what Jared Goff just got, and he should get that because that's what the market says. And I don't think he should take any type of pay cut for anybody. It is a hard game. It's a difficult position. Dak, get your money. Bottom line, let Jerry Jones figure that out. The pressure is on Jerry Jones. It's not on Dak. Get your money, Dak.
But if he doesn't win, everyone's going to kill Dak, right? Because they say, "Oh, well, he went and took the money."
He's going to win. He's going to definitely win. This is what is going to be his 3rd or 4th year in this offense. He's going to be good.
Is he going to win a Super Bowl?
I don't know. I would say chances are no, because the Kansas City Chiefs are going for a 3-peat, and they're going to definitely get it.
But I don't think it should be. I don't necessarily think it should be Super Bowl or bust or you're not great, because I mean we just talked about Joker being the best player in the league.
Correct.
And he didn't win. LeBron was the best player in his for what? And he's won 4, and he was the best player for 15 years or whatever.
Correct.
Why is your son on here trying to troll me? Does he want me to show up at his games and troll him? I'll come to your games, boy, and I'll troll you. So you better make sure that you out there winning your football games, because old Uncle JB gonna show up and be like, "What's going on, bro?"
What was he saying? What was he saying on there?
Talking about the Cowboys. Talking about the Cowboys first round exits, and talking about the Jordan Love era has started. Lord have mercy.
Jordan Love. That's his man's now. Jordan Love.
He's starting a dynasty over there. Yeah. Okay. I know one thing. They're not. You got to beat Detroit first. Green Bay this
They
year.
do.
Bears are coming.
Yes, they are.
Are coming. So I mean, hey, Green Bay at the end last year they played very well, and you can't knock them. They got hot at the right time. The question is, can they be consistent and prove it again? Because it's not going to be easy.
They got the right coach and a very good quarterback.
Yep. Yeah. Yep. Definitely. All right. Here we go. Speaking of quarterbacks, we're about to do our quarterback dynasty rankings. Speaking of dynasty, the CJ Squared Dynasty Draft will officially start on the clock on Saturday. I know Frank is excited about that first pick. We've been talking. Cooper, shut up. Jordan Love is not even a top 10 QB. Stop it, man. Get out of here with that nonsense. Everybody was hurt.
Maybe in Dynasty, though.
Dynasty.
Maybe.
Is Buttons out there? Is he getting on for the Dynasty?
I don't know. He may, but he can always, he can always come on. I mean, all right. But here's Buttons right here. Here we go. It's Buttons.
There's Buttons.
Come on, Buttons. Uh-oh.
He's talking about you, Joey.
Buttons.
What's up, Buttons?
Unfortunately,
his is worse.
I'm not talking about Joey, but you got to play like a champion. You have to get through it.
Oh, look at these two.
Go.
Joey's Buttons worse than Joey.
Hey, Buttons, you going line dancing tonight, bro? What's going on? Is that what you've been doing? You out there line dancing, bro?
His shirt.
That's like a what is it? Like a neutron or something?
That's an atom. It's a science teacher shirt.
Back to the future.
There you go.
Oh.
There you go. Marty McFly.
Doc.
Okay, so I'm gonna give your son a little knowledge. Cooper, this is dynasty football. Drake May is not going undrafted, sir. Drake May will probably be a first round pick.
He's a Drake May hater.
Dude, we're talking about fantasy dynasty super flex football here.
He's a hater. He'll never take him.
Hey,
it's because Drake May ignored him when we went to Chapel Hill and saw him.
Oh Lord, listen, Cooper, tell you what, you join the Dynasty League when somebody drops, you pay your own money so we can take it. But we gonna take it because OJB gonna take your money. So you stay over there and you just watch the show and enjoy. All right, here we go. Now, so we do Buttons and Buttons. Welcome back, Buttons. Good to see you.
See you, Buttons.
Appreciate you.
How you feel about the Mavs sitting in the Timberwolves fishing?
This is how I feel about it, JB. You can already mark me down. You can probably mark Chris down as well. It's going to be the Celtics in 5.
Oh, wow, Buttons.
He already said that you and Chris have picked against them every round.
Every round. I said, lock it in.
Oh, and it looks like your son is drinking the Spencer Rattler juice that you were drinking a couple years ago, Joey.
It's in that household.
We are Rattler fans in this household.
In this household, it's the Rattler Kool-Aid.
We are Rattler fans here.
The Rattler Kool-Aid is in that household.
The Rattler will not go undrafted. I can guarantee that.
Absolutely.
Dynasty, fantasy, super flex football.
Absolutely.
It would not go undrafted. I can pretty much guarantee that.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Buttons.
He's on my radar, just so you know.
The guy who finished in 12th, he texts me today and asks if I'm interested in getting rid of Burrow or Richardson.
Look at Buttons.
Ooh. So
Buttons over here.
Now I don't think I need to do it, but I think we were talking, would you rather Richardson and Neighbors or Daniels and Nacua? If he even gave up Nacua, which I don't even think he would, because why would he give
Right.
Why would he?
He would have to. If he wants one of your, if he wants one
He
of
would
your
have to, but I just
top
don't.
12 dynasty quarterbacks, super flex, he would have to give up the goods.
You have to. You have to.
Yeah, you have to. But I
I
just.
told Chris, I said, listen, he got to give up his first round pick and Nakua. Maybe a pick for next year too.
Right.
For that kind of
Maybe.
haul.
That would be a big deal.
Yeah, it would be.
Big.
See, my man Buttons.
But I'm
that
saying for
would
him,
set-
I don't see
set a
why he
precedent.
makes that deal because he's not. Richardson gets him to be younger, but the rest of his roster is old. Like he's gonna be.
He's
So
the
to
same
me, I'm
guy
in.
who changed his name to Flacco to the final. He don't care. He's just all about the here and now. He ain't worried about the
But
future.
that's what I mean. I would
got
get
his
a
title.
guy like Rodgers who you don't have to give up as much. You don't have to give up Nakua, and then you still couldn't win now with Rodgers
Mm-hmm.
because
You
Rodgers is
need to find, Chris, though, you need to find a trade partner that's going to I know that you don't. Do you want to win now or do you want to win later? Are you going to give up Rodgers for like a 3rd round pick or something?
Right.
I don't know.
true. Yeah, he'd have to, but he's really swinging for the fences with 2 of my guys who are probably top 10 guys in dynasty quarterback.
If you're swinging for the fences, you give up like I don't think you almost never give up a 1st round pick. To me, I've never been in a super flex dynasty league, but to me, I'm not giving up a lot of 1st round picks in a super flex dynasty league.
Yeah.
Unless you're desperate. And trust me, Buttons, he's desperate. Well,
Very.
you don't have. This is why he's desperate. And I understand he doesn't have one starting quarterback.
If you need, okay, so JB, if you need depth, then you have to do what you have to do.
Yeah,
I told you guys, the team that I took over in that dynasty league,
Yeah.
I had Cooper Kupp and Tyreek Hill.
Right.
And I flipped them for multiple picks and multiple players.
Yeah, so I think he probably either needs to just Nakua is his one chip as far as dynasty type, where guys are actually going to care unless you do find a partner that is in win now mode.
Yeah.
And maybe, but to me, he's got like Nick Chubb, Derrick Henry. He has his quarterbacks are Justin Fields, Kenny Pickett.
Yeesh.
Like he's got Nakua is the only thing in draft picks is it.
Hey, Buttons, before I throw this screen up here for our dynasty quarterback rankings, I tried to get Joey Kelsey and swapping. I tried to give him Kelsey and my 1st round pick for his 2nd round pick and one of his running backs. He turned me down.
I got pretty good running backs, Buttons.
Giving you a tight end. You have no tight ends.
I got decent tight ends, JB.
No, your tight ends are trash. Okay, let's be real. Okay,
I got decent tight ends.
You have like Kate Otten or some crap like that. You're trash.
He's the number 1 tight end target on that team.
Okay, I'm giving you a chance. I give you a chance to take Kelsey. You could actually take one of those picks and get you a younger running back. You got 2 1st-round picks.
What pick do you have, JB?
Just like the Aaron Judge deal, you blew it.
what number you have, JB?
I'm the 10th pick. So he would have the 7th and the 10th pick.
Got you.
And who's going to fall in that range? Maybe a Jonathan Brooks, a Benson,
They aren't home run hitters.
Pacheco is a grinder, Joey. I don't know when we hit her.
So you're doing what you're giving him. You're giving him
grinder.
Kelsey and
I'm not giving him nothing now, Chris.
What was the? I'm saying, what was the?
That deal is off the table.
What was it gonna be? It was Kelsey and your first for Pacheco and a what?
Or Pacheco or one of the other. Who's the other guy? Oh, Najee Harris. Who's in a split backfield?
There's no split backfield in Pittsburgh, JB. It's Najee Harris and Najee Harris.
It's not. Do you know who
It
the
will
OC?
be.
Don't know, Joey. Do you know who the OC is this year for Pittsburgh?
True.
Our friend
True.
Arthur Smith.
True.
And Pittsburgh has another running back named Jamel Warren. Joey, do you watch the games?
Najee will be fine, JB.
What was?
I didn't say he wouldn't be fine.
What else did you want? Pacheco and or Najee and what else?
No, and just his second round pick.
Second round pick.
So he would get the second.
I would get.
You get the second. Joey, where is your second?
His second pick is in the seventh pick in the second round. So he would get to move up. He had a first, he got a seventh and a 10th, and Kelce.
So Kelce in the first pick 110, and Pacheco and the second.
7.
Or the seventh in round
7.
2.
2-7.
2-7, yeah.
Anyway.
Turn
I
you
will
down.
not-
Turn you
I
down.
was giving him a discount, but you know.
I will
Wow.
not be bamboozled in this
I don't know if that's bamboozled, Joey.
dynasty.
Guys, can y'all please explain to him this is not a bamboozle situation?
I wouldn't say
Super
I
flex.
wouldn't say it's bamboozled. It's just the only thing I would say is for I would have to look at Joey's roster and go, well, does he
Joey
need
must
Kelce?
really like Pacheco.
I really like my running backs. I've got a nice group of running backs. Really nice group. And
So
they
you
are
have-
young.
So is your group just 2 or is it more than 2?
More than 2.
Now make it make sense, Joey. You're giving up 1 if you have more than 2.
They're gonna all play, JB. They're gonna all play. They're gonna all
Okay.
play.
Okay.
Yeah, but if
So-
you could have gotten Jonathan Brooks if he would have lasted till because you would have had the 7th and the 10th.
I'm
Right?
fine where I am.
He's staying put. He's staying put.
I'm fine where I am.
You like Pacheco over Brooks then?
Yes.
Ooh.
For
Yes,
Because
dynasty,
really it would be Pacheco and Brooks versus Pacheco and who's your tight end?
he doesn't know the names.
It's not. It's not Kelsey. It's
Oh.
Yeah,
not
so
His
Pacheco
tight end-
and your tight end versus
names are
Brooks and Kelsey.
Noah Gray, Kate Otten, and Dawson Knox.
All right, so Dawson Knox and Pacheco versus Kelsey, and say you get Jonathan Brooks there at your
Or Benson, or the other guy, Corum, who's going to play.
We need to write this down and say in the over the next 3 years, just say whoever what quarterback or what running back he could have got, and whatever tight end versus Kelsey and the other guy, right? Like we just
That's all
you can
good.
do the math. We'll
You
keep
know what?
receipts.
I'm fine.
Receipts will
I
tell.
got the receipts. I'll keep them.
Keep the receipts, and then in 3 years we'll revisit.
I am fine.
I can't believe you saying, Joey, have I ever tried to bamboozle you? Straight up though, be
I didn't-
real.
I didn't mean that.
Okay.
I didn't mean
Now I
that.
did send you a questionable trade in fantasy baseball, but that was for a joke. I
I
said
didn't
what
mean that,
Blake
JB.
Snell for Michael Harris.
He wants to
Oh,
see what
yeah.
Harris is going to do right now. He wants to see if Harris will slide into that Acuna spot.
And you know how he
Right
you
in
know how
there.
Harris won't be good unless he's dropped. You understand that, right?
I agree with
Look
that
at
line.
Buttons shaking his
JB.
head. Buttons dropped him last year. And
That's
then he
what
got
happened.
Buttons.
Absolutely.
Buttons, did you take a peep at your ERA this week? Because we were peeping it hard earlier.
I haven't looked.
Yeah.
7.57.
Well, I mean, it does get up there occasionally. The
you need
strategy
to pitch another. You
the
need to pitch another
strategy
40.
is working though. It is
There it is.
overall working.
True. I mean, you can't hate on 1 week.
It's just 1 week.
Pitch another 40 innings to try to level that thing out a little bit.
Now I'll
It's
get the 50 or
one-
60,
it's-
Chris, every week.
Buttons.
But
It's 1 week versus your nemesis.
True. Bad
Listen,
I mean,
week
it
to
has
have
to happen this week.
bad week to
This
have a
week.
guy who's gonna rub your nose.
We
in.
had a bad week.
Yeah.
That's what the Blue Jays keep saying every week.
Every week. Oh man,
We had a bad week.
We're not going to talk about them.
Maybe we should sell everybody.
Sell.
All right, guys. Here we go. I got it pulled up.
So we want to start. We want to start 10-1.
Yep.
I
Probably.
got since we got 12 teams in the dynasty league.
All right, we'll start 12 to 1.
We're gonna do 12-1. And then you and then we'll do our overall ranking at the end and see what we come up with.
I'm excited to see where Buttons has one guy.
All right, now
geez.
Dynasty rankings.
this is dynasty rankings, current players in the dynasty rankings. So, all right, who you got at 12, Buttons?
JB. First of all, I didn't know we were doing 12, so I had to redo my list real quick. I put 2 guys in there.
You can take your time.
But these guys were fringe guys for me. Every single one of my guys was under the age of 30 until you let me know that we're picking 12 quarterbacks instead of 10. JB, number 12. This guy is very underrated to me in fantasy. Dakota Brain Prescott.
Okay. Prescott, got you. Prescott at number 12. That's not bad for dynasty. All right. Remember, people, this is dynasty.
He's only 30 years old.
Yes. That's your prime
Right.
for a QB. You're the right spot. All right, Chris.
Give me a guy JB's been hyping hard. Trevor Lawrence.
Oh my God. You mean
Whoa.
Daniel Jones 2.0?
Ooh.
I'm sick of how
Trevor
much
Lawrence
JB is hyping this guy.
If Trevor Lawrence, he got to get it done this year. They brought in another receiver for him.
Has to.
He has to get it done.
This is the year, JB.
He has to get it done.
This man, since he was 5 years old, was told, you will be the guy.
Exactly. All right, Joey, who you got here at 12?
Number 12, I hope I'm not underrating him here. Give me Tua.
You got Tua? All right, I'm gonna put Tua there. All right, this is his first name. I put Justin Herbert. I would have Herbert ranked higher, except for it's a new coach, new system, and the coach is coming in saying we're gonna run the ball. That's always a worry when you got a QB and the coach first words are we running the ball, right? And you got got your mans there. You got Khaki Man there now.
He didn't run. He didn't try to run.
Rocking the khakis.
Then I running nothing.
All right. And number 11, shout out to the young buck named Cooper Neal. I'm gonna go with Jordan Love, who has one of the youngest receiving cores in the league.
Yeah.
Deep and young. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Love there. Actually was second in the league last year for touchdowns, tied with Brock Purdy. Got Love there. Joey, who you got at number 11?
Number 11, I think, JB, I'm going to lean towards someone who seems to just always do the right thing in this offense. Brock Purdy.
Brock Purdy. Okay. You got some Brock Purdy lovers there. Okay. Chris, who you got at number 11?
Just letting you know, Brock Purdy is not making my list. I got old Tua right here.
Tua. C-Dub, hot one. Just so you know, Tua is not making my list. All right, Buttons, you got number 11.
Good pick, JB. Good pick. Put me down for Love.
My man, Buttons. It's just I don't understand it. Me and Buttons, we seem to be on a similar wavelengths too many times. All right, which is a good thing. All right, who got number 10, Buttons?
So I love this guy. I've always loved this guy. This guy was a huge playmaker in college. I think he still is a huge playmaker in the NFL. He just got drafted, a tremendous weapon for his offense. I'm going to take at number 10, Kyler Murray.
Oh, okay. Old Mary, dude, last year, I know he was Chris's quarterback playing somebody, and Chris needed to win and make the playoffs, and Colin was running and his knee gave out. Chris
Did.
it broke Chris. It broke his back, y'all. He was running out open field looking good. All of a sudden, it's dropped. Dang. I called and said, man, Texas, man, don't look good, CB. He got a no contact injury. That don't look good.
What did he say?
He was,
You
know what? I can't say it on this show.
That's right.
It broke his back though.
Buttons on my list. I like my guys to watch, to not have a clause in there that says you need to watch film. That's what Murray has to have a clause to actually say you need to watch film. So come on now.
He's a playmaker. Playmaker, Chris.
True. We'll see if he can do it for more than half a season, though.
Yeah.
Give me Justin Herbert here.
Okay.
I've seen it and I believe it.
Oh yeah.
Joey is a Justin Herbert hater.
He hasn't believed it yet.
He let me down last year. He didn't really let me down. He got hurt. And it's a shame. I went to the playoffs with not really having a quarterback. And it cost me a championship. I was not making good decisions. I like it when you can set it and forget it. You know what I'm saying? That's the best feeling. Set your lineup.
Set it and forget
it. And sleep. Not have to worry about, is your quarterback going to start?
Night.
No, what the heck?
He got a 10.
JB, I will put your quarterback at number 10, Mr. Prescott.
Dakota Rain Prescott. Oh, Dak. Mr. Second place in the MVP voting. I got him right there, too. Still young. Got one of the best receivers in the league, up and coming tight end. They need to get somebody else there to help him out. At number 9, I got the number 1 pick in this year's draft. I got Caleb Williams. He would be higher, but I still gotta believe it before I see it. The old Joey saying. I gotta see Williams here. Will Frankie pick him or Maserati Marvin in that first pick? Wait, Frankie a Commanders fan? Because he might go Daniels. He might pull a homer pick. You never know.
He's a Jets guy.
Oh, okay.
I already know who the guy at number 2 is keying in on already. He already knows what is going to be.
He's going Maserati Marv. You don't have to say, Joey, but
he's talking about Paladin.
Oh, Paladin.
But he's a UNC guy. He might go Drake May.
He may go Drake May.
He's got Herbert and somebody else. He's got good quarterbacks, so he doesn't need that.
Oh, Paladin says he has the best team going forward. He's very.
Wait, hang on. Wait, whoa. The guy who has the second pick in the Dynasty League.
He doesn't seem to lack for confidence.
Is proclaiming that he has the best team in the league.
He won that basketball championship, man. He feeling himself.
Oh, he is. Yes, he is. He's on cloud 9.
He should be. I mean, he got lucky. He should be. He didn't earn it.
All right, JB. My number 9 pick. This is, I believe, his 3rd year in. I like when you progress in the same offense, and that's the reason why Trevor Lawrence is going to go number 9 right here.
Lord have mercy.
Wow.
And so you know, Trevor Lawrence will not be on my list.
That will be
It's not a mistake.
This is a guy who was first. He was a first rounder last year, right? Late first, I think, for in our league, right?
He was one of the top. He was a top 12
Probably.
Yeah.
pick last year. Period. In most leagues, we thought he was going to make a jump last year, and he did not.
He went the other way, actually.
Step back.
I'm going to go.
Last year, Chris, is him running in open field by himself and fumbling the ball. I remember him running all by himself, and the ball just pops out of his hand. Nobody touches him.
I've seen that.
God.
I've seen that.
There is a microcosm of this guy's season. All right, Chris, what you got here?
He's been on 2 lists already. I'm going to go Jordan Love here. He looked better as the season progressed and played well in the playoffs. So I'll go
Jordan Love end up being tied for second in the league for touchdown passes. You can't beat that.
And like you said, his receiving core is young. They're only going to get better as well. So
they're going to get better. Yep.
But
it's hard to fantasy though. You'll never know those guys. So that'd be that's like a fantasy backfield with that the receiving core. Like,
you never know which one's going to go off.
Somebody got to be hurt.
Right.
You got number 9, Buttons.
This guy only played 4 games last year. But of those 4 games, okay, you saw his raw potential, his raw talent. Give me Richardson here.
I'll see it when I believe it.
Right there, Buttons. All right, who you got at number 8?
I will join you, JB, in welcoming the playmaker Caleb Williams to the NFL.
Okay. All right, Chris.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Richardson here. I think he was incredible in the fantasy wise in those games. He just has to, he just has to stay healthy.
Stay healthy.
Be a big if for him, but
stay healthy. All right, Joey.
JB, I will be going.
I love Joey. Joey has nothing written down. He just
absolutely not.
Going off the cuff.
Absolutely not.
That's the Joey. That's Joey.
I'll be going Kyler Murray here.
Joey don't care if his guy watches game film either.
Why write it down?
Hey, I got Murray too.
Boom. Oh, you guys.
All right. Hey, I watched the dude play. The dude is a playmaker.
There's a reason he was in the MVP race twice, so it's not like he play. And with Maserati there.
Yes, he's getting Maserati, man. Come on. And he has the second ranked dynasty tight end too. Did I forget? McBride is a player. All right, here I got Richardson. Just the upside is immense. You think of a young Cam Newton when you think of Richardson. But I ain't drafting him or trading him for no Cam sandwich no more.
Lesson learned.
Lesson learned, right? Cam sandwiches get you. All right, who you got right there, Joey, number 7?
JB, quarterbacks on this guy's team play at a very high level all of the time. I'll see it when I believe it. I will definitely take my man from Oregon. What's his name? Herbert. Yes.
Joey. We said Joey's a hater, and Joey's got him.
I'm moving him up.
Joey's got him. Hate him.
I'm moving him up.
All right, Chris, you got it number 7.
Yeah, I'm going just upside here. Caleb Williams to me, he's that's pure upside play, right? I mean, just what he's done. So a little bit of running and a lot of
weapons. Lots of weapons.
A lot of them all over the place.
Allen.
Hawks.
He got Rome, and he has Komet. He has backfield guys who can catch Swift, Herbert, Johnson. He has the weapons.
They did say though he was struggling in early, but
Chicago is good.
They have their guy.
Chicago is good.
They've never had a 4,000-yard passer. They're going to get one in year 1.
Oh, my.
Woo, Buttons is super high.
Oh, my.
Yeah, I'm surprised you don't have him higher.
Oh, my.
Oh, I love that guy.
All right, Buttons, who you got number 7?
I will join Joey. This guy finished 8th, 3rd, 8th before he got hurt in those 3 previous seasons. I will go Justin Herbert.
All right, nice. All right, you got it number 6.
I have Joe Cool at number 6.
This dude Buttons, boy, that dude be stealing my stuff. All right, who you got there, Chris?
I'm gonna go Lamar here, coming off an MVP. He doesn't run as much anymore, so that knocks him down a little bit, but still, and he's getting older, so I think, yeah, I'll go Lamar.
Joey?
I'll put Caleb Williams here. JB, as Chris said, upside right here is a good spot for him.
That's a good spot for him, huh?
Perfect upside spot.
Man, Joey, you're not gonna have room for some people, dude. I'm looking at my list. You missing some people.
Yeah, I think I may need to make a
Ain't no adjustments. Yeah,
Why not?
no, because you
Why
made your
not?
picks. That's why you put it on paper, bro.
No.
Yes. All right. At number 6, I'm joining.
Where's the rule? Where's the rule?
The rule is if I'm typing it up, I make the rules.
Oh, no, JB.
I make the rules. When you
I
share
know
your
that.
screen and you have your spreadsheets open, I'll follow your
I know
rules.
that. I should have known.
Yep, you should have known.
You got
Make your picks.
I got 5 guys here, Joey. No, I mean, I still think somebody's
No
gonna
way.
get squeezed.
Someone's being left.
Somebody's getting squeezed out.
Joey's squeezing off a super talent on one of these. He's squeezed. They're already done. It's
Definitely.
already
One of those guys is getting squeezed out.
All right, number 5.
JB's rules.
No, you the one made your picks. How you gonna go back? You gonna come on live and go
JB.
back and go against what you said?
All you got to do is press the up arrow.
Dude, if you want to make an adjustment at the end, I will make an adjustment for you. How about that?
I appreciate that.
Yeah,
He's
you're gonna
like-
take
he's
that
like-
take that noodle arm of Tua's out of here.
No, you take Purdy
Right.
off. I'll sign on Purdy off.
Purdy's going off.
But your pick is still gonna show. It's gonna say Purdy there, but you're not. It's not going away.
Joey
That's
wanted
fine.
a,
Show that you made
but
that pick.
Joey wants a 1 and a 1A. That's why.
Yeah, ain't no
He's
one.
like, I thought we could
Oh,
do a 1A.
trust me, Chris. There ain't no 1A and 1B.
All right, I got Jackson here. Who you got at number 5, Joey?
JB, please go on and put Lamar Jackson right there.
All right.
Joey's
Lamar
like, are you sure it
Jackson.
wasn't 13 picks? I thought
he-
we said 13.
He's already squeezed off 2, Chris. Trust me. Trust me. When he sees this list, he's like, damn, what was I thinking? Watch.
Yeah, probably.
I'm
Don't believe it,
going.
just watch.
I'm going Burrow here.
Joe Cool. The mystery man with that mystery wrist last year. All right. Buttons, who you got here?
I am taking Lamar Jackson here.
Okay. Buttons. Hey, I got a feeling that me and Buttons, I got a feeling our last 4 picks could match up. Let me see. It's right here's the big one though. Who you got here, Buttons?
This I could not put this guy. Like, there's one guy that I do like a lot, and sometimes I overrank him. However, this is fantasy, okay? And this guy's only been around 1 year. But in that 1 year, he was spectacular.
All right, Buttons.
Stroud.
All right. Okay. We not the same, but we close. All right.
Okay.
Chris, who you got here?
I'm going Jalen Hurts here.
Woo-hoo. Joey? Where you going here, Joey? You gonna put in Joe Flacco?
JB, I'm going to go.
Well, he basically is going to have who's getting squeezed out.
Chris, don't say it.
I'm going to go Burrow here.
Okay.
You're squeezing Hurts out, or you're squeezing Stroud out.
Chris, stop it.
You already know, JB.
Chris, let it play out. Okay.
Yeah.
Chris, sometimes you have to give people the keys to their own demise. But
All All right.
I'm
So
watching it
right
unfold
here,
in front of me. It's a disaster.
I have Hurts, and 3 I have Stroud. They brought in Joe Mixon, good pass catcher. Stephon Diggs, great pass catcher. And I think Stroud is ready to blow. And he's only in his second year. Getting Tank Dell back. Nico Collins signed, got the bag. So Stroud is in a good position. All right. Joey, who you got at number 3?
JB, please put Jalen Hurts at number 3.
Oh, Lord, Lord, Lord.
We just
All
need
right, Chris,
one small amendment, JB.
no, you make your amendments when the picks are over.
JB's rules.
Give me Stroud. I go Stroud here just because he's a little bit younger. I mean, best rookie quarterback season ever, maybe. So I'm assuming it only goes up, but geez.
Got Stroud too.
It does. Yeah, I'll go Stroud here.
All right. It looks like our yeah, it's like we kind of all on the same page except for one person. Right?
He's just a pick behind. His
two
internet
picks behind.
Just need a slight
Still
adjustment,
behind.
JB. Just a slight adjustment up.
He's 2 behind, Chris. All right. But who you got here?
The only reason why I rank this person ahead of Stroud is because for 2 consecutive seasons, this man has finished 2nd and 3rd overall in fantasy points. I'm taking Hurts here.
All right. This is a big one right here, Buttons. Are you taking your man's or are you taking the man at number 2?
In no list ever in the history of the NFL should this guy be number 1. So he has to be number 2. I'm taking Josh Allen.
A lot of people have Josh Allen number 1 for dynasty and fantasy quarterbacks.
Well, yeah, they need to come on the show live, and we need to get the drug kit. They need to be drug tested live.
All right, Chris, are we going Allen here too, or Mahomes? Or
I will take that drug test. Give me Mahomes right here.
Oh my God, where is it? Let me grab it.
Give me that peak.
All right, Joey,
Hey,
the
rushing upside is too much.
Yeah,
here, Joey.
what? Talk to me in 3 or 4 years.
Allen.
The internet, the interceptions don't kill you, and that's where he's weaker at. But the rushing upside is way more than the interceptions.
We'll see how it goes, Chris.
Receipts.
All right, I got to go with number 1, dynasty. I think last year he wasn't. I think he was a bottom. I think he was at the bottom of the top 12 in fantasy points, and Mahomes was. But that was an anomaly. I think this year we're gonna get him back up there to the top with touchdowns, and they're gonna catch passes this year. So I'm gonna go Mahomes at number 1 until I see different.
I'll join you, JB.
Is a show me state, so he's been showing me a lot. I'm guessing you going Allen right here.
Yeah, I'm going Allen. I like the upside of the rushing.
And then I'm guessing Buttons, you going Mahomes.
Yep, of course. I mean,
I'm not saying I think Mahomes
was just last year. It was just last year that he had more fantasy points than Josh Allen. So,
I'll still take Allen. And how old is Allen? He's not like he's old, so he's not going to stop running.
Allen is 28.
They're both 28.
He better run this year. He ain't got no one to throw it to except a decent.
We're gonna find out what.
Yeah, so that's just more. That's just more running.
Yeah, until he gets blown up.
Who's he gonna throw it to?
Himself.
Hold on real quick. I use bathroom.
It looks like
oh,
Jackson.
He's doing the old Bugs Bunny.
It's like Jackson is going to be our 5th ranked. And definitely Burrow here, right?
1 under. That's 6.
I'm sorry, my bad.
It's Burrow, probably Richardson, right? Is that Richardson there or Caleb? Probably Richardson.
Richardson. I have Buns got him at 9. I got Williams at 9.
So hold on, go. What was it? He went. Richardson was 9.
He was
8.
a 7. He was a 8.
Joey didn't even have him.
Yeah.
Joey's a Richardson hater, though.
He doesn't have Richardson or Stroud, by the way.
Stroud would be
Well,
Stroud would be probably for him. I'm imagining what 3 or 4, probably like
I
every
don't know, but
3 or 4.
I don't know, but he doesn't have Richardson or
he
Stroud.
wouldn't have. He just wouldn't have Richardson. So probably in our list, Caleb Williams. All of us have him, so Caleb Williams would be higher. I'd probably go Caleb Williams, Richardson then for our list.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, could do that.
That makes sense. Good call.
Because Joey's a Richardson hater.
No, he just forgot he was playing.
Well, he
All
ain't
right.
heard of. He's never been.
Number 9. So
Uh,
we got
would you
we
put
got
Herbert here, JB? Now,
this one has to be. I think this one has to be.
You got Murray, Love, and Herbert, but I don't have Murray.
Herbert has 2 7s though,
yeah,
and Murray has 2 8s. I got Herbert at 12.
Everyone has Herbert though, and everyone has Love, right? No, Joey doesn't have Love.
And
Joey
you don't have Murray.
and
Oh,
I don't
yeah,
have Murray.
but
So
Chris
Herbert,
hates me. Chris hates
Herbert
me.
probably is here. It'd probably go Herbert, Murray, Love,
Yeah.
Then Prescott at
and
12?
then Prescott at 12.
Mm.
Because
Yeah.
3 guys have Prescott and only 2 have Lawrence.
Yeah.
So we go Herbert, Murray, Love, and then Prescott.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good list.
That is a good list. You know why it's a good list? Because me and JB have every single one of those quarterbacks on that list.
Who do I have that you don't have?
You
Oh,
don't
I have
have
Lawrence.
Prescott.
I have Lawrence and you guys had Prescott.
Yeah.
You don't have Prescott
Or Murray.
Murray.
or Murray because you don't read game film. Look at game
He
film.
doesn't watch game film. I think he's good. I had him in fantasy a couple years ago. And
He doesn't have 2 of the guys. He doesn't have Richardson and Stroud.
He can't stay healthy though. That scares me about him.
Yeah.
Like
he'll be all right.
At least Lawrence stays healthy for the most part.
Yeah, except when he's not running down the field, fumbling the ball.
I mean, he doesn't have as much upside.
JB's mans.
He doesn't have the upside, but
I love Trevor Lawrence. And basically, when he was at Clemson, that dude was a beast. Let's see what this is what Fantasy Pros has for their top quarterbacks.
so
They
we
got-
have the same.
They got Josh Allen at
no.
1. And this is consensus of 30 experts,
Hmm.
not counting us, but
We should be throwing in there.
No doubt.
so and
They got
I think this could be for dynasty rankings, which ours were dynasty rankings, right?
yeah.
So they got Josh at 1, right? They got Lamar, and they got Trevor at 12. They got Jordan Love. They got everybody on this list that we had that we picked. That only person
They don't have. They have Dak lower. They got Dak at 14. They got Jaden.
No, that's disrespectful right there. You put Trevor Lawrence ahead of Dak.
Well,
Prescott.
that's probably more of an
At this
age.
point.
Yeah, that's probably more of an age thing.
Dak's the only one.
One's
only
30 and one's 24.
Yeah,
Dak
Trevor Lawrence is young.
on it. Like if I look at these years here, hang on, let me look at these years.
Yeah, but you're
Third,
saying
third.
Dak's probably only going to play at a high level maybe another 4 more years.
Oh, more than that. More than that.
You think he's going to go, what, 35 maybe?
The way, Chris, the quarterbacks these days are lasting until
true. I do
38,
think that guys are
39,
playing
sometimes
longer.
40.
But at least Trevor Lawrence has got another 7 years on him, whatever he ends up being.
Does he?
True. I mean, I think that Trevor Lawrence is never going to be benched. I mean, he's always going to be a guy.
Make sure you watch the Jaguars games this year, Chris.
I mean, he's always been good enough to be a starter in the league. He's never been bench worthy.
We had a few games this year.
I mean, even like we said in fantasy, he's always just like a floor type of player.
Yep.
Yeah.
He just whatever he's projected, he
Yep.
almost always hits the
Fif-
projected, and that's it.
15 to 20.
Yeah, he's not gonna. He doesn't seem like he's gonna win.
And you know what Dak Prescott gets you sometimes, Chris? A 40 spot.
Because perfect example, I had both of them last year. By week 3 or 4, I never started Trevor Lawrence again. But in 6 years from now is basically what you're in Dynasty, you're trying to project out in 5 years.
Yeah, oh no, Chris, I totally get it. And I hope he does well. Like, I'm a Trevor Lawrence guy. I've always been a Trevor Lawrence guy. You guys know that.
Yeah.
He really disappointed me this year. Like,
Well,
really
it's just because,
a
like
lot.
JB said, because remember, we had talked about, I can remember a Thursday night game, and we were talking about, man, this is 2 years ago. Trevor Lawrence was like, everyone was saying, oh, he's a top 5 quarterback, playing like a top 5 quarterback in the league right now. And they had all these stats of why that was happening. And it was like, well, of course, he's only going to get better.
You have to put it all together. After that playoff game, I was like, this kid is gone, dude. He is good to go.
Yeah, and then
he made that big comeback. That was it. Like, he was good. And then he just
went backwards. So it's like, well, yeah, I mean, I could see people taking Dak over him because Dak, at least you know what you're going to get every year. I mean, he's the older guy on the list, but you know he's going to be good for 5 years, 4 or 5 years of good, solid years.
I think Dak, even though Dak is 30, he's really 29 because remember he missed a whole year with a broken foot.
Yeah.
Basically, he got hurt like game 2 against the Giants.
I mean, so really you're saying
he has not thrown in 3 years, Chris, over 25 touchdown passes.
Oh, oh boy.
Lawrence,
yeah, I know.
He at this point in his career, he's a floor type of player. He's basically whatever they projected at, that's what you lock him in and you go, if I have to count on him to win me games at this point, he's not going to do that for me.
All right, here we go. Look, here's the besides the fumble in the open in the open field, fumble. How about play against Tennessee when he tried to jump over the goal line like 3 times in a row and got stopped?
Oh my gosh, yes.
To advance to the freaking playoffs. Anyway, all right, I'm gonna put these fantasy pros rankings beside ours, and we're gonna go from there. Man, I'm getting excited, guys. One more day, Dynasty football draft starts. I'm waiting to see what everybody does. It's gonna be. I'm giddy about this.
Good.
I'm not Quagmire giddy, but I'm giddy. All right, Joey. Getting late, so I know it's time for those Joey's hot picks. So what we doing?
Joey, hold on. Let me ask Button. Button, so what do you think, though, real quick, on that trade? Neighbors? I want to go back to it because we're getting off of the football thing. Neighbors, who would you take? Because JB said he would go Richardson, Neighbors. Joey said he would take Nacua and Jaden Daniels. Who would you take if you had the option?
Richardson and Neighbors.
Or Nacua.
Nacua and who?
And if I had the third pick, I'd need a quarterback at that point. So I'm assuming I would have to take Jaden Daniels because he's probably the second guy.
I mean, according to my list, I'm high on Richardson. Like, I like Richardson. So
Joey is not a Richardson guy, so
I'm not.
And I'm a believer in Neighbors. I think I hate a situation, but this guy,
Joey does not.
You cannot deny this guy has talent. Have you seen the routes that he runs, Joey? Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
This guy has talent.
Well, and the argument has even been Neighbors has the higher floor over Harrison. Harrison has the higher ceiling. Marvin Harrison's got the higher floor. Probably.
I think I'd pull the trigger, Chris.
No, I've got Richardson and Neighbors. I'll have Richardson Neighbors.
Oh, I wouldn't do it then. I like Richardson and Neighbors more.
Yeah, I have Richardson already.
Chris can take Neighbors. He's going to take Neighbors and the third pick. Chris, may I ask you a question? What if the first two picks you take quarterbacks? Who you taking? Marv?
I would take Marv because I think he gives me the
Button is like,
gives
don't
me
take
the-
Marv. I'll take him in at 4-pick.
he gives me the floor that he gives me the floor. I like having a guy. I'm more of a floor player than I am a ceiling player generally. I mean, if there's two guys there that are, if it's a drop off at the tier, but if it was a floor guy or a ceiling guy, I like the more safety of a floor play type of player. So a guy like say Keenan
But Chris,
Allen.
I mean, who's throwing Marvin Harrison the ball?
Well, Marvin Harrison, I mean, I know he's Kyler Murray is gonna still throw it up to him. Not to say I just don't like Kyler Murray as far as in the top 6 or 7 guys.
Let me tell you something, JB.
I'm listening.
If the first two picks are quarterbacks,
Yeah.
I'm getting on the horn. I'm calling Chris. and I'm probably trying to trade up one pick.
Oh.
Marvin Harrison is a legacy. I need Marvin Harrison. Okay.
I thought you were gonna take Michael Pitts in the first round.
JB,
He'll trade.
Your
he'll
man,
trade-
Buttons.
He's gonna trade
time.
back in.
Your man.
He's
Plenty
gonna
of time
trade
for that.
back in.
Plenty
Your
of time for that,
mans.
JB.
He's gonna trade back into that first round, and then get him some Penix.
I honestly, I wouldn't mind Neighbors. I mean, either one of those guys. I'm honest. I wouldn't mind Rome as well. I like Rome a lot.
Yeah, the thing that hurts Rome, I think, coming this year will just be quality of other guys around him.
Maybe.
He won't be there forever though.
A lot of
There
So
Right.
I think he'll his
Top quality.
in today's NFL though, they like playing these kids early, especially
true. I
when
think
Bears.
I just don't know. I can't see him right now getting more than 70 touches, probably.
It's a lot.
Yeah, which is still, I think he's going to be. But I feel like the other two, Neighbors and Harrison, they'll be slotted in as their number ones right away.
Right.
Dunze probably slotted in. DJ Moore, you move around. Keenan Allen's going to be their one with Moore kind of moving into the different spots.
Yeah. Guess I wonder about a snap percentage.
But you're not drafting a Dunze for next year. This is Dynasty. You're drafting him.
Do you think two quarterbacks go 1-2? I wonder.
Not if Joey's saying what's his name? Not because I can't see with who's JB. Can you look who does Paladin have? He's got Herbert and someone else good, I think.
Paladin has Burks Bees, has Stroud and Herbert.
Ooh.
So there's no need. He's got 2 guys. Remember, he's got the best team in the freaking league.
But the reason he says this because he does have McCaffrey. He does have he got Kyle Pitts. He does have Olave and Wilson too at wide receiver.
Pretty good.
So if he takes Marvin Harrison, he's going to have those 3 wideouts.
Pretty good. It's pretty good.
I mean, he has his wideouts.
He has a good squad.
His wideouts gonna be locked in, really.
His wideouts are absurd because he's going to have. I mean, if you look at what's the wideout list on Fantasy
Who are your
Pros?
quarterbacks, Chris?
What's that?
Who are your quarterbacks?
I got Burrow and Richardson.
And he got Hall and he got Hall and Bijan at running back.
So I need a wideout.
Right.
So basically whoever's drops to me. Mine's pretty easy.
I see Joey on there looking. I see you on there looking, Joey.
I'm on there, JB.
I see you.
I'm on there.
Look at he's got Marvin Harrison. They have his 5, Garrett Wilson 6, Olave at 11. He's got 3 wideouts in the top 11. If he takes Marvin Harrison. And then he has 2 quarterbacks in the top. Who do you have? Stroud and
Herbert.
Yeah,
he has 2 quarterbacks in the top 9, and then he's got who was his running backs? He's got McCaffrey. Who's his other guy?
Yeah, that's about it. He ain't got nobody worth sniffing at. He got some guys that can get some touches.
That's where he's weak at. and even tight end, we'll see what JB's boy does. Pitts.
Kyle Pitts there, but
Kyle Pitts is still the 5th ranked guy, so I mean, he does have a good squad.
JB's mans.
it's my man. It's my man.
It'll be interesting. I like the idea of everybody. The thing is you got 12 teams and everyone's doing something different. It's not like the normal regular season where everyone's just trying to win right away.
Right.
In this, it's like everyone's got a different strategy of what they want to do. You might only have 4 teams that are actually trying to win. That's what makes it interesting, is that we could be playing different games.
Right.
Like, yeah, well, I don't want to win until for 2 or 3 years.
What was the trade, Chris Richardson and Nate?
Listen, Chris, he hasn't offered him a trade yet. We were talking about scenarios, Buttons. Like, if Chris Long really wanted to trade with him, what could he offer him? He didn't really offer no. He didn't really put anything.
He didn't say anything. I was more saying if he said he was interested in one of those 2 guys. I just was kind of throwing out what would that even have to be.
Joey a trade straight up. I said, let's do this trade here. He was like,
This is the number 1 pick.
You say what?
Number 1 pick, Chris? No.
What I'm saying, if I could get the first, if I could get his 12th.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I was more just hypotheticals.
Gotcha.
Joey could have had 2 first-round picks. But he's
yeah.
Joey loves Pacheco.
That's my man's.
Where do they rank Pacheco at?
You wanna see where? Let's see, dynasty running back.
He's 13th on here.
Let me go to dynasty running backs. I can tell you. So for dynasty running backs, they got Pacheco at 13. They got Brooks at 15. They got Najee Harris at 24. And they have, let's see, they got 2 guys that are rookies that Joey could draft easily ahead of them. You see what I'm saying here, Buttons?
Najee is going to surprise us.
It sounded like a pretty good deal to me, JB. That's all I'm saying.
Travis Kelce is 34 years old, but he's still the 8th ranked tight end in Dynasty. That should tell you something.
Let me see who's Joey's tight end.
And Joey's top tight end, let me keep going down.
Darren Waller is not retiring.
You don't have Darren Waller on your team.
Yes, I do.
If you do, that's why I probably didn't even recognize him. You do got Darren Waller. Oh yeah, he's done.
He's not retiring.
Playing.
He just put out a single about it today.
All right, so just to let you know, Darren Waller is 38th in Dynasty ranking at tight end. So do we want to keep going with this?
Well, Dawson Knox is Knox is 32.
Do you still want to act like I wasn't trying to give you a prime deal and you just was like,
Cade Otton is 24.
His stock is rising as we speak.
Stock is not rising. Shut up.
Joey's Cade Otton is that thing is pointing up
as we speak.
You're making up stuff.
Joey's like, I'm taking a lot of calls right now for Cade Otton.
I am, Chris.
He's like, he's like, I gotta mute me right now. I gotta
out there watching, and you got a running back you want to trade. I'll let your boy, Jay.
You know what, Joey? I'll give you my 7th round pick for Cade Otton.
Cade Otton is going to go for 70 receptions this year.
What's that?
Oh, gee.
70.
Oh, look at JB is writing that down.
70.
Joey is like
7-0.
That's why Joey said he had to go to the bathroom. He really had a Cade Otton call.
Oh my goodness.
70.
And Buttons just offered you a pick. He don't even have a K-Dot. His 7th round.
70.
70. Okay. All right. Okay.
Man,
All right.
Joey is dying on that Cade Otton hill. He's put his flag down on Cade Otton, and we'll see where that lands.
What do we think? What's the over and under on Frankie going Caleb or Marvin tomorrow?
Looking at his squad, I think he's got to go Caleb.
Going Caleb. Oh, okay. Joey,
Yeah,
do we have any parlays for the weekend?
Yes, JB, I do.
Okay, let's go. Let's get them out the way so we can all go to bed and think about how you blew a trade opportunity. It's still there though, because you may not pick until next Saturday, 7 days away. It may,
That's very true.
Look, call me. I'm still open for business.
Roger that.
I would love to see some draft time trades. That'd be awesome. I would love it. Get it. Somebody gotta make a deal somewhere.
I mean, there's definitely going to be value to be had. It's just
money don't make money.
JB, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, JB, real quick. Do you have a pick in mind? Just straight up for Kelce.
Pick?
A pick, just a pick. If somebody wanted to give you a pick.
If they wanted to give me a pick for Kelce, I had to take a 2nd round pick for Kelce.
I'm just curious. That's all.
I would take a 2nd round pick for Kelce.
All right. Go ahead, Joey.
Storing that away.
For me, I have 3 young tight ends. I got Ferguson. I got 2 young ones and the one who is the tight end one for his team. I got Ferguson, Schultz, and I got Musgrave for Green Bay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Kelce ain't gonna last forever. I'm trying to, I think this year I can win if I have some more help at running back. That's my mindset right now. I got to get rid of somebody.
Yep.
If I want to improve my receivers, but I can draft some receivers. I can get some young receivers in the draft and see how they go. I got one target in mind. I got one target in mind. I'll let y'all know if I get him. I can't tell you who it is right now.
Maybe Noah Gray is going to steal a lot of that Kelce action.
Okay, now you're delusional.
My God.
Can you just go ahead and give me? Go ahead and tell me. He's not.
I'm just saying.
Kelce is still wide receiver 1. Do we not forget that Rashee Rice ain't playing this year? If he does, it'd be like week 10 or it'll be 10 or 11. Are we forgetting that?
Very true.
Buttons, would you trade that guy, the Joe Flacco guy? Would you trade him Daniel Jones for the 12th pick?
Give him Daniel Jones for a ham sandwich. What are you talking about?
I mean, I think that guy's desperate enough. I feel like, right? Because you could get. He ain't that desperate. Ain't no freaking way. No. If he is, what did Murphy say? They desperate out there, man. Look at him. Look at them. They scared. Or would you take? Would you trade Will Levis there?
Oh, Will Levis.
If the 12th pick, ooh,
because you could take your boy Penix there.
I might do that deal.
But I'm telling you, you know what? But what's funny is I told him before we got on the show. I said that if all the quarterbacks go earlier than like in that first round, I said, oh, that dude's taking Penix at 12. If he doesn't, he's stupid.
Right. Yep.
You got to. You got to. You can get some bottom barrel guys off the free agency for the start of the year to get you off running.
So I mean, I have 2 starters, right? I mean, I have Josh Allen. I have Levis.
Josh Allen.
Daniel Jones is currently on my bench.
Hey, you need him for a bye.
I mean, I'm not opposed to trading Daniel Jones for a pick.
You better off. You get Daniel Jones. I'll be picking up Drew Lock off the scrap heap. Just start.
I'll at your boy.
I mean, because to
That
me,
one, he ain't watching Chris Long. Just type it in there. His numbers in that. Hey, look.
to me, if you say if you traded him, you could take Jaden Daniels at 4.
Setting you up now.
And then you could take. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing out hypotheticals.
Chris wants me to take Jaden Daniels at 4, and then Michael Penix at 12.
I was thinking 4. You could take whatever wideouts there, the best wideout there.
Always trade for Noah Gray.
Oh, is he available?
Yeah, for
a
first rounder.
Oh.
First rounder. I'm interested.
Joey, give me these daggone parlays.
Yeah,
I can't wait to see how some of these things go down. All the numbers are there. You want to text somebody and be like, hey, who you want to do something? It's just there. Scam money don't make money, people.
Well, I guess I think it's just weird that the guy would write me knowing I didn't have I would write a guy who had 3 good. Like Buttons has better third. I'm looking at CB.
He like their QBs better though.
But I don't have 3 guys.
Yeah,
he's not gonna get a starting quarterback, JB, at 12. I don't think. So that's why he makes that. That's why he makes that deal. Maybe, right?
But like if you look at CB, he's got Golf, Murray, Cousins. You can only play 2 of them.
Yep.
Right. So why not? Why would you not go after a guy who's?
Here's why he ain't gonna send CB, because CB gonna need a first, a second, and a first this year. CB is not giving up nobody. Trust me. CB is the ultimate scammer when it comes to trades. Sorry.
Keep that in mind too. In my other league, we can trade future picks as well.
I know. I told Chris, I said, look, if he wants Anthony Richardson, he should give you Nacua, his first round pick this year and his first round pick next year. Why not? If he's trying to win right now, then win right now.
Mm-hmm.
Or you got like this guy, John's. What is it? Who's this team? John's team.
That's John.
He's got Mayfield, Mahomes, and Russell Wilson.
John ain't trading nobody. John gonna draft. He gonna play it out. We gonna see. He may. Look,
I mean, to me, the Russell Wilson is the perfect guy because you probably don't have to give up a lot, and Russell Wilson is gonna give you decent numbers to win next year.
Russell Wilson, he going for a 4th.
But still, even then, that's what I'm saying. He doesn't have to give up much for a guy that because he's in win now mode. And if Russell Wilson doesn't work out, he's got Fields as the backup.
Yeah, true. That'd be smart.
So to me, you don't want to, he's mortgaging a ton of stuff because he's going to have to give up Nacua to get for me, right? Now you're getting rid of your best young guy.
Now, why are you worried about what he's doing? Let him, if he wants to die on his heel, let him die. Like, why are we trying to save? I ain't trying to save Chris Long. He won a championship. He already made his bed. Okay.
True.
Yeah.
Buttons wants to say Daniel Jones is on the clock.
I will be sending this link to everybody in the league. Say, hey, we got some interesting dynasty talk on here if you want to check it out. And we could be talking about some of y'all. You know, call them, text them, telegraph them. Joey said, go ahead and send him to, he got his hair up. He's trying to make a deal right now.
Joey's saying Cade Otton 7. He's trying to hype Cade Otton.
I got a feeling I'm gonna be in school tomorrow. I'm gonna look at my phones and be a text from Joey. Hey JB, it's a marathon, so I'm rethinking that trade offer. But the price went up.
You may not be wrong, JB.
The price just went up, Joey.
You may not be wrong.
The The price just went up though. Hey, hey, you know me, I'm ready. I'm ready to pull the trigger on Kelsey right now. Like my dad say, right now.
Pull the trigger.
All right, Joe. Give me some ways to lose some money this weekend. Let's go.
You're not gonna get that here, JB. The lock.
I want to see if you're gonna catch that.
The lock is a three-legger.
3 legs.
Plus 216, all Women's National Basketball Association.
Oh, okay. What we got here? Are we doing Mr. Are we back?
Ooh.
66.6666% of this is Mr. Moneyline.
Nah, if it ain't the whole thing, I can't do. I can't mess with it.
Can't get it from JB this week. But
Gotta be the whole thing for me to bring it out.
I got you, JB. The reigning WNBA champs, Vegas money line at the Atlanta Dream money line.
Okay, Aces money line. Got you.
Minnesota hosting Phoenix. Minnesota money line. The future WNBA champions, New York Liberty, minus the 15.5.
Yeah, dang, against who?
The Mystics.
Are the Mystics that bad?
They're bad. They're bad, JB.
Della Dawn is not playing this year. They are down.
Oh, okay. She's not
They
playing.
haven't won a damn game.
They have not.
Jeez, okay.
Plus 216.
All right. What's your parlay? They got baseball in it or hockey?
It's got hockey in it.
Oh boy.
This is a 5-legger.
5 legs.
Plus 1059.
1059. Okay.
We're gonna jump around here, JB.
Jump around. Get out the seat, jump around.
Baseball frightens me.
Oh yeah. Frightens everybody.
However,
playing good though.
True. However,
I'm keeping buttons at bay.
At bay. There's about to be a fire sale in Toronto.
Fire sale. Me and Buns got the smooth logos. We got the Braves and I like Buns. He bought that life.
We're gonna go to the Brazilian Basketball League.
Oh no. Okay.
Oh, my God.
What's it called? What's the name of the league called?
It is called the Brazilian National Basketball.
They're in Portuguese.
That's a good one. I'm not too sure, JB.
All right, go ahead. What you got here? Brazilian basketball.
I'll be taking the Flamengo Rio de Janeiro money line.
Oh my God.
Flamengo.
These are all money lines.
Oh.
Mr. Money Line. There you go. All money line.
Okay, game 2. Game 2, we're in the Lithuanian Basketball League.
There we go.
My Lord.
The Ritus Vilnius money line. Ritus Vilnius.
Ritus. Is that spelled R-I-P-U-S?
R-Y-T-A-S.
Oh, okay.
Ritus Vilnius money line. Third game, we're going to go to the Turkish Basketball Association.
Okay.
Easy buttons. Don't worry. For Fenerbahce Istanbul money line. Fenerbahce Istanbul money line.
All right.
All right, now it's going to get interesting.
It's not interesting already. Okay.
Now it's going to get interesting because my Rangers are on the ropes. Standing 8 count. took an L tonight at home.
They down 3-2.
They're down 3-2.
Mm.
They were down 3-2 in the Eastern Conference Finals in 1994, and Mark Messier, the captain, came out and said, "I guarantee a win in Game 6."
Did they win?
They won. The Rangers will win Game 6 in Florida. Rangers money line.
Okay.
And lastly, they have been struggling, but they're going to get better because she's going to get better. Right now, she's like a young Neo trying to figure out the Matrix. There's some bumps. There's some bruises.
Fever money line.
Fever money line, JB.
Oh boy.
Fever money line.
Okay. Okay. All right. So let's recap the lock at 216. We got the Aces money line, the Lynx money line, Liberty minus 15.5. I see Chris studying that stuff right now. The big boy, the parlay, 1059. We got the Brazilian Flamingo Rio de Janeiro. The Flamingos money line. The Lithuanian League, we got Ritas Villago, whatever the word is. Ritas. The first name is R-Y-A-T-S. Ritas money line. Turkish. We got Fenerbahce Istanbul money line.
Put a lid on it, Turkish.
Rangers. Joey's hoping, he's praying that his Rangers can make it to the final. Did one of y'all pick the Panthers to go to the finals?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm already knocked out with the Hurricanes.
Oh, okay.
But
you picked the Oilers. Can you pick the Oilers?
Well, they have the best player, JB. They have the best player in the league, JB.
Is that 2-2?
2-2.
Okay.
All right, and then we got the Fever money line. I don't know who they're playing, but like Joey said, they're gonna find them. They're gonna navigate their way to a better position. Caitlin Clark's gonna figure it out.
Yes, she is.
There you go. All right, people. That's a wrap. The next time you see us, we'll be talking about Dallas and Boston and talking about our first week of the Dynasty draft to see how it's going, see how any trades gone down, and should be fun. Almost end of the school year, too. Next week's last day.
Almost there.
Oh, my God.
Almost there.
Almost there. All right. Guys, y'all have a great evening. I'm going to be posting this right to the chat. Not the chat. Yeah, probably do the chat too, to the chat and to the email. So if you're out there, you want to learn about what we did about Dynasty, what's going on, check it out. Deuces. Joey Buttons, feel better. Get some Robitussin, some lemon.
The honey.
Honey.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Did some kids give it to y'all?
I'm not sure where this came from.
No.
Yeah, y'all got that late
I had like 9 interviews in the span of like 2 days. So
okay. You doing interviews? You conducting them, or
I'm conducting the interviews.
There you go.
Yeah.
Is this all for Is that all for Dynasty?
Yeah, I'm interviewing Chris potential candidates to move up my pick.
That's a boss for you. That's a boss for you right there.
He's been working hard. I didn't realize how serious this league was. He's doing 9 interviews.
Yeah.
All right, y'all.
All right, fellas.